Y'all know what it is, man. It's 3, but 2 of your favorite Geminis. We got an add-on in the building today. Got my nigga Spike Lou from On Deck. Spike Lou the brand. What's happening, man?
What up, though? What up, though? Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Everything is good, man. You know what I'm saying? Posting it, letting everybody know we is in the building. You know, YouTube sometime be, delaying on our notifications. So just hitting everybody up, letting them know we in the building, man. We in tonight, man. Everybody had a great holiday season. You know, we just went through Christmas. Got some things to talk about, got some things to show. Definitely was a wild Christmas. Niggas is gonna be niggas and throw shit over the top. But how was y'all holiday, man? Wild Christmas?
I had a pretty good holiday, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Slow motion for me, man. I'm always slow motion. The older you get to just another day, in my opinion. So it's just slow motion.
So this is
Can y'all hear me, fellas?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you fine.
Cool.
It's like another day, man.
Yeah, another day, man. It's another day, man. Another dollar, man. And at the end of the day, it was a cold holiday. One of the coldest Christmases around the country in the last 33 years. People were reporting record lows everywhere, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm expecting the spike in the heating bill. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely had to have the heat running all weekend. That motherfucker was running like it was running from a case. That's what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
It was 54 degrees in Miami, so that's cold.
Yeah. I know you went down to Miami and tried to do a little kick.
Couldn't do nothing. It was too cold.
Ain't no surfing or nothing like that going on in Miami. Everybody go surfing. Nah, all that shit over with. Ain't none of that going on. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, man, you know what I'm saying? As we getting into the new year, I'm proud to announce that Georgia, Atlanta, will be doing a peace drop 2023 on New Year's Eve. And we forecasting for great conditions, man. It's going to be a nice, warm day. Let's drop a bomb for bringing the peace drop back to the city. Now, I ain't going to lie. I haven't been to the peace drop in a while, but I have been to a few of them. And I will say, if you are a visitor in Atlanta, somebody that's looking to enjoy the festivities, I think dealing with the peace drop is the way to go. You're definitely going to get a diverse crowd. You're going to get a lot of people in the building drunk. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's so crazy about us, right? And I got a habit of doing this myself. We always say in the building, but I'm clearly going to be outside if I go. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't know. That's just a habit. Niggas say, man, well, we in the building. Nigga, we're the building at. So we definitely, you will be outside, but it won't be any raining. You know what I'm saying? You'll definitely have a nice environment, man, to watch that peace drop. Hopefully you'll get a peace drop in that lap at the end of the night. It's going to be a lot of niggas oily. It's going to be a lot of oily motherfuckers for that.
There's going to be a lot of people out there, man. 3 years, and then you got Jermaine Dupri and friends. Obviously, he bringing the Brat, Young Bloods, Jagged Edge.
Will he bring Bow Wow? Him and Bow Wow been getting into. You think Bow Wow got an invite?
It's possible. I ain't gonna say no because it's definitely supposed to be a so-so deaf New Year's Eve performance. So we'll see how this gonna be, man. I think it's gonna be lit down there. It's supposed to rain that day, but by 6 o'clock, we ain't got no more rain in Atlanta. And for New Year's Eve, it's gonna be lit, man, in the city. It's gonna be a good Saturday.
We're gonna get a good turnout because they've held back on the peace drop for so long.
Definitely gonna get a good turnout. They redoing Underground, man. I don't know if y'all know, but it's looking pretty good down there. Atlanta Comedy Theater has already opened a new spot down there. So I might mess around and go for real because I ain't really doing too much. I ain't going to no parties. I ain't going to no house parties I know of. I'll probably be right here in the house. So it's a free event. I can go down there and kick it.
Chill like you need to. Yeah. Going out for New Year's dead now. Like going to a party or a club or some shit like that.
That's so fact.
Well, listen, fellas. Now we understand that we at a certain age where it might be dead for us. But for certain people, they're gonna come down to Atlanta and they're gonna act a fool. Shout out to the promoters in the city who are going to be yakking your motherfucking pockets unless your ass unless you already got a pre-reserve. Because like I tell people, when it comes to Atlanta, you got different levels of the kicking. You know what I'm saying? Now you got them grade A clubs that obviously they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg, but there's gonna be some good spots to go get a table at. Because one thing I like about Atlanta, people are gonna be out. So it don't matter if you at the B or C level club, you definitely can get you a little table, couple bottles, and you can kick it, party like it's 1999. So if that's your thing to do and you want to go to the club, risk getting your car broken into, which now has risen to 7 out of 10 in the city. Especially when you go around certain areas, and then I go ahead and try your luck. Me personally, I'm gonna be at a house party or two. You know, I'm gonna play the outskirts, play the outbound. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not about to be in the way or anything like that for New Year's. I've had my share, but you know what's so crazy? Enough about New Year's because we're not there yet. What happened on Christmas? Now I know. Shout out to my boy DJ Kevy Kev, man, in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Regime Squad, man. If y'all need a DJ, man, y'all hit up my boy DJ Kevy Kev. He'll come spin at your event. You know what I'm saying? He'll spin at a strip party. He'll spin at a wedding. And he even got a discount going on bar mitzvahs.
Oh, you see that boy saying he working on NYE, so he getting
yeah. So New Year's, he's booked. You know, I've had him for a couple of New Year's parties myself, so I know how he gets down. So shout out to Kevy Kev and the whole Regime Squad for tapping in the building tonight. So
I know my guy Kev watching these Cowboys dominate too.
Yeah. Well, we ain't about to really talk about that. Okay, like Kev came on here. He wanted to hear us talk shit and swallow spit. Okay, Luke, you know you coming to DeadBolt ATL. Ain't no Dallas fans. Ain't no Dallas fans. What you talking about?
Cowboys.
You from Tennessee?
Yeah, but they wasn't there when I was growing up.
See, that's what I'm saying. That nigga, see, he from Tennessee, but he from, and I wasn't gonna say this on the air, but Lou, I might as well tell him. You from Mickeypolis or something? I don't know where that's
talking about, nigga.
Right. That's
the realest city in the state, Nashville.
Okay. I just make a show because I could have swore I thought you was from Nicholstown or something.
Cashville,
but,
yes, sir.
He watching the Cavs right now.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I need to be watching my Cavs. I hope they doing something. But, you know, like I said, we ain't to New Year's yet. But one thing we did go through is we seen Christmas. And we got a few videos to show. Some people that's been naughty. Some people ain't been nice. Some people just flat out ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I won't tolerate is an ungrateful kid. If I go out and I spend my money, my hard-earned money, and my kid is being ungrateful, bets is off. I'm taking shit back. But we also gonna spin through some videos of some guys that had a couple of treats for their ladies. So Trav, I'm gonna let you remix that, and let's pull up some of these Christmas stories that we had to share on DeadBolt ATL, because this is just getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand, people. It's getting out of hand.
Let me see what we got going on here.
This not what I wanted. Oh,
that ain't real. That was fake.
What the hell?
That was a skit.
You think so, Louis?
Real,
man.
Little homie got hot at the Xbox.
No, I'm gonna tell you that wasn't no skit. Dude is sorry because you could hear the father in the background. He's like, man, what the hell? Man, what the fuck? Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's shocked, and the girls are shocked too. They like, wait a minute, that's a natural reaction from a kid, bro. Like you got to understand, PlayStation 5s for the most part, unless you got to connect, niggas is selling them on resale value. It's hard to find those in the store. The easiest thing for the father to do was to get him a Xbox Series S, because even the X's, he probably was like, well, man, I ain't about to pay this extra couple dollars for that. You know what I'm saying? So he went on and got him that, and I think that wasn't a skit. That's a real reaction. He
reacted like the reason that I say that because he went into it already kind of like amped up, like he got a little attitude, ripping the paper off and shit, like he knew something was gonna happen. You know
he didn't have to rip it all the way. You know what's going on, bro. You know what the PlayStation box look like. Yeah, he know it. He knows what the PlayStation box looks like.
It's definitely bigger.
Exactly. PlayStation box is definitely a little bigger, man. So I definitely think this was a natural reaction. I think this is on some ungrateful ass shit. I think the father, he probably got other stuff. For you to get the Xbox, at least you got something. But maybe he felt some type of way. Maybe all his friends had PS5s.
Probably so, man. The squad probably PS5 though.
Yeah, the squad probably PS5
online with him and shit.
Exactly, man. But you got to get what you can get. You need to be grateful for anything for real, because it look like you're a badass kid.
Man, facts.
You
So let me.
know?
I don't got kids. What would y'all do to y'all son right now?
Man, I would.
I got an idea.
Look, hey, Luke, I would have pushed my little boy down some stairs. I don't even know where the stairs at. I would have found him. I would have just found the stairs and just pushed his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I think that's what I would have been on too, man. I definitely would have been on some more. I'm taking that shit back. I'm not giving them nothing, and I'm not giving them no PlayStation. I think, kids, man, are just so out of touch, man, what Christmas is about. It's about me giving you a surprise gift. It's not about, and I've never wanted to be one of those parents where you write me a list and I'm just gonna get everything off your list. I'm gonna try to remix that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, add my little twist of flavor
what
to
they
it.
want.
I mean, some of the stuff, but when a kid hand you the whole list, and the whole list has, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. Like, nah, bro. We ain't playing them type of game, bro. So at the end of the day, that would have pissed me off. And if you hear the father in the background, you could tell he pissed off. He's shocked. It's like, what the fuck?
You know, like, as not having kids, and my initial reaction, like y'all always say, probably be like the hit that nigga in his chest or something. But I feel like what I would have did, I would have put him to work. I would have seen how much a PlayStation costs now. Now, since you acting like that, I'm gonna show you how it take to save up or whatever. Every weekend, every time you off school, every time you ain't doing an extracurricular, you finna cut grass. You finna do everything to earn some money till you save up for your own PlayStation. Since it's that serious to you, because he look old enough, and that's why I say that. Like if he was a little younger, you might be sitting down and teaching, but I'll put him straight to work. Like if he was acting like that little nigga, okay, it's job time. Like you finna work for me. You finna work for the neighbors. You finna work for your whoever. You going to work.
Yeah.
Save them $1,000 yourself.
Yeah. Because I'm at the age where if I'm a parent, I'm like, look, bro, I don't even have to explain to you why I didn't get you the PlayStation. No, I tried, and obviously I wanted to get you something. I wanted you to have something. You dig what I'm saying? So for you to do me like that after I'm working hard and making sure that you got lights over your head, food on the table, and the whole nine. Plus, I done went and got you a game system that I don't even play. Nigga, please.
Right. They got a nice house there. He looked like he got nice clothes and stuff on. Yeah, like
and even the sisters, sisters are shocked.
Yeah, they offended.
Like everybody's looking like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know this wasn't no skit. Dude really knew what it was. And like as you can see, as soon as he ripped open the top, he like, oh yeah, I know what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like this whole situation, like as far as like what's going on, as far as what this actual scene is, like, look, bro, you definitely got to be more grateful than this. But like I said, we got other stuff. So I want to show what else we got. Because not only do we got ungrateful kids, we also got some, we got kids, we got adults, we got chicks, we got it all. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we got all that. Like, you feel me? So I want to play what the next thing is.
What is the next thing, Don Peoplez?
Let's see here. Let's see.
I got you.
You got me? Okay.
Another PS5.
Oh, we got another PS5.
Bro, hey, come here, man. Come here.
Oh,
hey.
Whoa.
Bro, get up, bro. Go outside. What is wrong with you?
Did he really just do that?
He just threw the whole PlayStation, bro. Babe. He just threw the fucking PlayStation. Carter, bro. Bro, go upstairs. Bro,
Hey, bro was so mad he didn't even know what to tell him to do. He told him go outside, come upstairs, get over here, all in the same.
All in the same joint, bro.
Oh, this gotta be a prank, bro. This gotta be some kind of prank.
That ain't no prank, but this is the thing, though.
Look, they got the PS5 box, Donnie. So they put the old PlayStation.
Oh no. The parents,
they pranking the kids. They prank the kids.
They pranking
the parents.
Act like that.
The parents definitely.
Them can't be his
definitely.
kids.
Yeah, they definitely. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, they definitely pranked them.
That was playing. They should have done that to the kids.
Shout out to the chat, man. Kiara Jones, man. You got Mia. You know, they talking to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's happening?
She said, "Oh, so wow." She saw that, man. Them kids is going off, bro.
Them couldn't have been buddy kids. Because he didn't.
I don't think so.
He had he had to get justification from the mama before he even did something. You see, he had to call upstairs and be like, "Man, this, like them ain't his kids."
No, I think that might be. I mean,
nah, bro. He a stepdad, bro. Cause like he's saying like he getting in. He wasn't in daddy mode. He was like in like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Cause I don't think that was his kids.
Man, but
he shouldn't have been playing with them like that either, though. To be real, like you get everything you deserve right there. You shouldn't have been playing with them kids like that on Christmas, man.
Not on Christmas, man.
Don't do them kids like that, bro.
Yeah. I'm talking about the old PlayStation and threw that bitch. You feel me?
Bro, I still remember when I got a Super Nintendo, so I know them little niggas will be scarred forever. That little prank right there. Like, you think you got a PS5? Nigga, you opening the box, nigga, it's an old ass PS4. Hell yeah, I'm gonna throw this shit. Nigga, get out of here.
So
mad.
And you ain't my daddy. Like, I know that. And you ain't my daddy. Nigga, go ahead on.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to Kara Jones, man. She said, yeah, because a normal parent would have went in. Exactly.
Absolutely. If that was his daddy, he going to snatch him on up right there.
True. But you know what, though? I mean, the other one didn't. The other one was in the back like flabbergasted. He was like, what the hell?
He wasn't joking, though. Yeah, and I feel like he wasn't joking. He really thought that he wasn't expecting that.
He wasn't.
What do you mean? Like, what was dude supposed to do, though? They was recording. What he supposed to
the new dude
do a domestic?
No, I just feel like see, he was showing some level of restraint. He had to call up to the mama and be like, hey, like even he didn't even say our son, or he called the little boy by his government name. Like he was calling up and let the mama know your son tripping. That's what it looked like. Like we played this joke on him. We thought and it looked like it was his idea because she wasn't even down there in it. Like she don't even know what's going on because he said she butted through the PlayStation. She like, what? Who? And then he said the name and like, then he tell him go upstairs, let your mama deal with it. Like, nah, if that was your son and that happened, ain't no going upstairs, nigga. We for right here. Ain't no, you ain't got to go nowhere but outside to handle what's gonna happen to you.
Look, he broke that. That's over with for that PS4.
And you probably put a hole in my door and everything, bro. Quit playing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but I think he probably was gonna get to it though. I think that was coming. You know what I'm saying? I think he was in shock too. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? But like you said, dude was definitely wrong with that. Let's get on to this next one though, because there's a couple women that obviously got thrown in the mix on Christmas too. Let's go ahead and play this one.
I know it. Light bill. You was not in the dark all year long.
And I should have known you was about to do something stupid like
light bill. Merry Christmas.
I swear to God.
Card note. You was able to go and get your bald head friends all year long to go to the club with you.
You know what?
Card note.
Marvy, I promise you. Phone bill.
You was able to call your bald head friends all year long. Thanks to me. Merry Christmas.
So you wasted your time to rap all this stuff just to do that? Is that Red.
You had a shelter over your head all year long. Thanks to me. Merry Christmas. So
I about to say Merry Christmas. All your bills been paid all year long.
And that is something to be celebrated. And I think the reason why he did this is because he felt ungrateful. Like he felt that she was ungrateful. Like he felt he didn't feel gratitude throughout the year for the things that he was doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like the things that he was doing, he didn't feel the gratitude throughout the year. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why he came out and did some backlash. Y'all agree with that or?
Nah,
I mean, he felt something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I don't agree with his method though. Like she said, you taking you didn't take time out to do this. My question would be to him is, do you even like this lady? Like you taking time to embarrass your woman just to prove a point on social media?
I agree.
I'm saying, like, come on, bro. That's your girl. Like you got your girl looking stupid. Yeah.
You know what though? I think when niggas do stuff like this, I think it's a subliminal to all guys. Like you feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to Lustful
but stop trying to preach to me. Yeah,
Los forgot to say that would have been done unwrapping after the first gift.
She kept falling.
She would have got him out of there. She kept falling. She kept looking for something.
Right, thinking it was gonna change. You're right though, Don. He probably is talking to every man out there, but I wouldn't do that at the expense of my woman. That's just me though. Like I got too much respect, or would have too much respect for my woman to be online trying to prove a point for some niggas. Like if I felt ungrateful,
I agree, Lou.
Yeah,
100%.
Me and her gonna talk about that. Yeah, me and her gonna talk about that offline. Ain't no.
Do y'all think that relationship over with? Y'all think that relationship over with now?
Both of them probably fucking other people. It probably been over with. It probably been over with. They just going through the motions.
You know what though? Like a situation like this, obviously, this to me, like I said, was subliminal for all guys who felt underappreciated for the year, and I think that he took it upon himself to goddamn, since he was one of these people, to then put it out there like shit. Like you need to be thankful for that, especially we going through a goddamn hyperinary inflation and all type of shit going on. She should have been thankful. That's my thing. And maybe she just wasn't being thankful. But I'm gonna tell you something else. Y'all think that was crazy? Let's go ahead and pull up this next one right here so y'all can see this one. See, now this one is the one right here. See, that's the one y'all need to see right here. You dig?
Hold on, we got that. Oh, this one right here.
Yes. Go ahead and get this full screen and up.
What?
Get the out. Get your and get the out.
For what?
Get the not. Who is Zoe?
Who?
Zoe.
I don't know.
Zoe, you stop playing that. The dude already showed me the message. I'm on it. Just
I don't know. So what are you talking about?
You don't know. So if I hit him up, you're not gonna know him.
My coworker.
Oh yeah. Now you remember, huh?
You know him. You've been around, so that's my coworker. That's like my friend. That's like my partner. I know his girlfriend.
Yeah, well, does his girlfriend know that you him? Do your girlfriend know you're your partner? Quote unquote.
We my brother, like my bro.
Yes, see, I know how that game. Just get it's cool. I'm not tripping. Get your and get out. Just get
like you.
Bro, get
you're gonna go by with somebody else.
Get your things and get the out, please.
You're gonna do this on Christmas Eve.
It's not actually Christmas Eve. It's actually past 12. I waited for Christmas on a dot to start this off. It's 12:15. You can look. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Since you want to be a little Merry Christmas. Get your and get out.
You serious?
Get the out. Go.
Babe.
Watch the do not walk to me. Do not touch me, bro. Just get out.
You're not even giving me a chance.
I'm not giving you nothing. Just go, man. Go wherever you going.
What? That's
no, we can't talk. I'm not telling camera nothing. Get the out. We can't talk.
You serious?
Yes,
After I went all out.
I don't want all the money out.
What the going on? Because this is my stuff.
Well, with that serious too. Get up out of here.
Oh yeah. He was like, what's going on? This my stuff. Like, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so this right here, to me was the one, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing this right here was like, yo, like, yeah, he got her on this one because he probably been holding this in. He been holding this in probably since Halloween. Easy. You know what I'm saying? He been holding this in for a minute right here. This wasn't nothing that he was just letting off the cuff. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He was holding this. He was holding this in the whole time, and he was, you know, like you said, he was ready to let this out. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
this is crazy, man.
Do y'all feel like my man was dirty for this though? Was my man dirty for this?
I mean, he a good one for waiting. I wouldn't have waited to 12:15 soon as I found out.
It wouldn't have been Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't no special effects. Ain't no bitch. Bye.
You got to go.
I found out, right? Like I ain't
he'd
waiting
have
around.
He'd have wrapped her own clothes.
Yeah, ain't no dramatic effect.
She's like, wait a minute, this is my shit. She was like,
take it with you. Take all of it with you. You take the tree and everything.
Man, we gotta drop a bomb for homie, man. For goddamn. I think, man, for this to me was the one for Christmas right here. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I wanted to say this one for last, because this was the one for Christmas. Well, I actually had two. I actually had two. I got one more. And the person who did this to this lady needs to be brought in for justice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ms. Jones said she would, but you wouldn't have waited. You know, sometimes you want to make it dramatic. You want to make it sting.
That's exactly what he wanted to do.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to make that shit sting, because you heard what she said. They cut the video off. She said, nigga, I went all out for you. You know what I'm saying? But then also it brings to another thing, right? See, this is the thing y'all missing before we move on to this next
I just saw this. Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So before we talk about this, the thing I want to wrap up by saying that is, you heard what she said though, right? She was like, "Oh, you talking about my best friend, my partner, my work buddy?" For all you females that's out there that got a fucking work friend or a dude that's on the side that's supposed to be the homie, and you know, this is my best friend. That nigga fucking you. It ain't no like you know, just go ahead and admit it. That's your security dick. That when the main nigga acts stupid or whatever, the nigga that you cry on is supposed to be the best friend. You know, like remember she said she like, nigga, I'm cool with his girl and everything. Damn, that make it even worse. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I don't feel that. I'm always suspect when a female says she got a best friend, and then I be kind of skeptical on the guys with the broke wrist too. No disrespect, y'all know, but I be kind of skeptical on them niggas too, because them niggas, they niggas. They can snap out of that shit at any time and say, "Man, I'm hard. I want some pussy."
All right, man, we got a
couple
couple comments,
about?
man. We got a couple
Is we wrong for that?
Man. Kiara Jones said it was gonna sting when I approached you with it. I would have made you feel it. Kevin Kev said, all I'm gonna say is I'm glad I didn't grow up in the era of camera phones.
Right.
No evidence.
I agree with Kev.
No witness.
Hey, Kev, I feel you. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. The era we grew up in, man, we didn't have all
totally
this,
different, man. Los Forgotten said lies, big lies. They're on standby though, as we figured.
Shout out to the goddess. You know, she gonna keep it a bead in the chat. She gonna keep it a bead in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the pocket
somewhere.
Absolutely, yeah. Somebody's ducked off, but in this case, she was a little bit too ducked off, and I'm kind of wondering how did she get caught up? Because dude, shout out to homie again, because he ain't revealed shit. He ain't want to hear shit. He ain't get emotional. You know what I'm saying? See, motherfuckers think, man, because you done been with them. Like certain things I would have wanted to know would have been like, how long was they together, and how did he find out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did dude tell dude, or like, how did he find out? Because dude had a whole situation too. You feel what I'm saying?
Dude, oh boy,
he said dude told him. He said, buddy told him about it.
Oh well, yeah, that's all bad. That nigga kissing and telling. I don't know what the fuck wrong with that nigga. Definitely, that nigga's
he probably was suspecting something. Little buddy just kept it real with him.
That nigga came up to him with the tool, nigga. That nigga said, "Hey, bro, I need to know something." Flat out, because dude just let that go like he ain't had shit in the wing. You feel me?
Yeah, he did.
Right.
But the last thing we're gonna talk about before we get into all the hip hop news, everything affecting our culture and all the fuckery around the galaxy. This last thing right here, whoever the person who sold this lady that needs to be outed and brought to justice. This situation right here is unacceptable, bruh. Mother gets finessed into buying a bootleg PlayStation 5. Shout out to my nigga. Shout out to my nigga. Yo, shout out to my nigga Time Traveler 2005. What my nigga say? Bootleg DVDs. Yeah, some of that.
Man, do that shit say GJ5 in the back?
That shit says GJ5. Man, whoever sold her this shit, man, look, she need to be ashamed of herself. You already know it's probably a 16-bit system.
What is that?
That's a 16-bit system with a PlayStation cover over it.
We have no idea. Like, I don't know what
That's crazy.
So they probably hit her about 400-500 too.
Oh man, you know he hit her. You know he hit her, and that's the terrible thing about it, man. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I hate that she got hit on Christmas, man, because you know she was just out there really trying to take care of the family.
I look what she say, man. She said, "Gave my son his gift and woke up. It was back under the tree." I don't understand.
He said, "I got it.
5. I got it, son." That ain't it, mama.
Man, mama, that ain't
it.
Hey, God. Man, shout out to the chat, man. Look what God said. When being cheap as fuck goes wrong,
that shit went wrong as no motherfucker, boy. That shit went wrong, Jack.
Hey, look, you know she probably thought she found one for the low. She didn't really know what it was. She grabbed it.
She had
She
out at the swap meet out in Cali at the swap meet, thinking she didn't got a deal.
She got the deal for the
nest.
She done got the
Crazy.
deal for the steal and got finesse, man. But people, man, that's a Scrooge nigga, man. I hope that nigga, man, you know, I hope that bread get took from him in an armed robbery, bro. And he get pistol whipped. That's some bullshit, man. You know, Christmas, you don't want that shit to happen to a person on Christmas. Like, I can see if I just randomly, just say, for instance, she probably been sitting on this shit since November. Like, dude probably long gone and changed all his info and everything. You think she bought that the day before? You know, this is something she probably had. And this is a lesson learned for all of y'all, man. Do not deal with the hookups, man. The deals for the steals, all that shit is over. Overlay. It's over. You feel what I'm saying? That's something that, you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't be considered anymore. You know what I'm saying? Go to the goddamn store. Now, if you know somebody in the store that got something for sure, then definitely you want to get on that. But yeah, man. So Christmas for everybody wasn't so merry, wasn't so jolly. So we just wanted to highlight a few of these, man, before we get into the news. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this shit is crazy. But you know, first thing we want to talk about, obviously, you know, we like to circle around the home front, you know, dealing with Atlanta news. And the biggest thing that's going on in Atlanta, man, and this is this YSTL. Yeah, I gotta call him YSTL. Shout out to DJ Ack. I had to steal that from you. That was a good one. YSTL. You feel what I'm saying? It looked like the whole crew done copped pleas. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, thugged and gave his blessing for his brother to cop a plea. He probably like, nigga, fuck it. You might as well cop a plea too. Shit, everybody else did. You might as well be home. I need my brother on the street. But anyway, it looks like 2 members of the YSTL gang actually rejected they get out of jail right now card. And they refused to snitch on Thug, man. And they gonna do what they said they was gonna do in that one song I like. Take that shit to trial. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna take this shit to trial. They saying, man, listen, man, we going to trial. And the judge told these niggas, the judge say, listen, now listen to me. Y'all niggas take this shit to trial. I'm gonna have to give y'all 50 years if y'all been convicted. Because obviously these two have some of the most violent ones. Like the ones that as she goes on, the more violent ones are, you know what I'm saying, are the ones that they're holding for last. So these niggas like, wait, got some shit over their head. Shout out to my nigga Relly Real, Free Thugger. Yeah, man, Free Thugger. Definitely it ain't looking good on Free and Thugger because they willing to let go of everybody to get Thug. And it kind of makes me wonder, man. He's the one, but also he's the one with the money. He's the one with the influence. And this is the one that's going to give the DEA sticking power. Nobody will remember the no-name nigga who's leading a gang. What they will remember is a multi-selling platinum rapper who was leading a criminal organization that she got a 50 ball for. That's what they'll remember. So that's why she's going after Thug. She's willing to let go of everybody on get out of jail free cards with probation. And, you know, I hear a lot of people in the street, man, talking like, well, we need to wait for Thug to see who's cool and who ain't, who he sanctioned the snitch and who he didn't. Hell no. For the codes of the street that these niggas go by, what these niggas did is honorable. They're willing to go down with the king. And for the streets, for what these niggas ride for, what they die for, what you talk, this is what I needed to see right here. I needed to see some niggas stand tall. You know what I'm saying? Spike, how you feeling about that? Are you feeling the same way as far as on that side? That you needed to see some niggas stand tall in this case? Because if you a street nigga, street code got to apply. Just like if you a civilian, street, you know what I'm saying, the street code don't apply. These niggas is actual gang members. And
yeah, these ain't rappers. This ain't Gunna. Absolutely. So this is the expectation I would have of those niggas, like you said, based off their jacket and what they do. Like these niggas don't rap. I had never heard of these niggas. So as far as I know, they YSL the gang. They supposed to be, and we're not trying to glorify anything, but they supposed to be standing right there going to trial with him. That's what they signed up for. That's like when you hear about all the Italian mob shit and how they kept their thing of theirs going for so long. Is because you're like, this nigga's not taking pleas. Like if I'm in this thing and I do this, and like you said, I'm not a civilian, I'm really about that life. There's no plea. Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to offer me. And the judge is really trying to sway him too. Like, oh, you know, you can go home today now. I'll let you leave tonight. If you just go on and sign the plea, you know what you're going to get. If you don't do that, then who knows what's going to happen. He was really tap dancing as far as trying to get them to understand what the DA wanted them to do. But I wouldn't go so far as to call it commendable or saying they praises or nothing like that. I just feel like this is what you sign up for. When you say I'm YSL the gang and you ain't writing 16s and you ain't contributing in no other way with the business side of it and you YSL, this is what you sign up for, bro. Take that shit to trial. Let's go.
Now, let me ask you now, as far as for the others, right? Like Gunner and everybody else, pretty much Duke, all these other dudes that took pleas.
Yeah.
Are you one of those ones that's like, yo, I'm gonna wait until Young Thug say these niggas are snitching, or this nigga Thug come out and condemn them before I condemn them? Or are you on the lines of saying, y'all niggas snitches, y'all niggas took pleas, and y'all will have to testify now because these niggas is taking it to trial? So now, due to your plea agreement, you will have to be called back up and confess to crimes about the gang. Might not be incriminating you per se, but to go up there and snitch on your brethren. So would you say that Gunner, Duke, and everybody else, these niggas are snitches? Period.
Who is
Trav?
Duke? What do Duke do? I'll go ahead, Trey.
Oh, I thought you was talking to Spike Lee. Repeat that. Did you say, do I think that Duke and them are snitches? Gunner and all them?
No, what I'm saying, yeah. It's for both of y'all, but I wanted you to answer that, Trav, and then Spike, you can go.
Yeah, I think they shouldn't be saying nothing. The things
So
that Gunner
shouldn't have took pleas. Period.
They shouldn't have, look, go ahead and ride it out. If you actually part of that life, you got to go ahead and take that L. You got to ride that out if you're actually part of that life.
Which
they
are.
The thing about Gunner, he's trying to stay as far away from that as possible while saying that he knows about the gang activity. He knows about whatever they got going on as far as YSL a gang. I think that's where he messed up at. He shouldn't have said that, bro. So he's definitely snitching.
Yeah. I agree in the sense of they're gonna make it hard for these niggas to be out here yelling this gang shit.
Facts.
Now, like Don and I was talking offline about this with the Tekashi shit and how similar it was to, in my opinion, Gunner. I don't know what Duke do. I ain't never heard of that nigga. I don't follow.
Never heard of him.
Like
I haven't
know who that is. But in Gunner sense, I would look at it like this: if I was working a job and I knew at that job management, the CEO and them, I knew they had some funny, shady shit going on, but I'm making good money. And then when the FBI, whoever it is, come kick in the door, I ain't going to jail with them niggas because I wasn't into what they had going on. I just work here. So that's how I feel like Gunner looking at it. I can't really necessarily call him a snitch because I don't expect Gunner to be the nigga out there putting in no work. I don't expect him to know nothing about the street life. I just expect him to be an artist. Now, him taking it, he ain't taking it as far as 6ix9ine did, but he was repping the gang. So in the DA eyes, they gonna use that every time to their advantage. Are you claiming YSL? We don't care if you had some shit going on in the streets. You probably know what they had going on. So now we finna manipulate you into testifying, manipulate you into taking this plea. Now Thug them looking bad. So no, I wouldn't necessarily label him snitch, quote unquote, but I would say, like, I get it. That nigga, he's an employee. I ain't a gang member. I'm an employee, my nigga. I ain't never, like, I don't think that Gunner ever signed up to be putting in work. I'm just repping the brand.
That's not how he talk though. So if you're not talking like that, right? Like if you're not talking like that, also you are a Crip, right? You and Duke are Crips out the Crip. Yeah, out the crew. Y'all both is Crips from Atlanta. So at the end of the day, you are gang affiliated. We got records of you being that. Allegedly they had shit on Gunner, but they're willing to let everybody go to get the head honcho. They willing to let everybody go. Shout out to my nigga E-Man in the building, man. One of the dopest barbers in the city, man. Y'all need cuts, man. Y'all make sure, man, y'all holler, man. Go on Rocket Road, right down the road from Strokers, man, so y'all can get a cut, get fresh, and then go in and fuck with Strokers. They got the $5 wing specials jumping. They got the $5 dances jumping all for the rest of the year. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with my nigga E. If y'all ain't got his number, y'all can holler at me. Y'all know I'll get y'all straight. But my nigga go with, he didn't leave when he found out they were criminals. Absolutely. And that's the thing. So you guilty by association, and you also want this lifestyle. You want this lifestyle. This is a lifestyle that all you dudes want. All you dudes want this lifestyle. Y'all want everything to come with it, but when the shit hit the fan, y'all ready to switch on your man. And that's the problem. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Lustful Goddess back with another comment. Facts. They know what comes with snitching. Absolutely. So I don't look at Gunner no different than 6ix9ine. I look at Gunner worse than 6ix9ine. You know why? Because 6ix9ine snitched on niggas who really didn't fuck with him. really were extorting him behind the scenes. And the two niggas that took that shit to trial were the two niggas that kidnapped 6ix9ine. Like, you dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I look at Gunner worse than 6ix9ine because, nigga, what the hell? You was riding with Thug. Thug put you on. Thug showed you love. Thug got on camera and said, like, nigga, I gave Gunner the graviest deal ever. I ain't in Gunner pockets like that. And you know, I think Thug really fucked with Gunner for real. So for Gunner to take that plea, unless Young Thug, and I don't think he ever gonna come out and say it, because when Wack got on, you know, his little thing and said, like, listen, Thug family and Thug didn't know Gunner was gonna do what he did. So that says it all right there to me. Gunner is a snitch. Period, point blank. And now that you've been labeled a snitch, is niggas really gonna fuck with you?
But are you holding Gunner to the same? Like, I don't hold Gunner and Thug to the same code though.
I gotta hold them to the code. Just because you didn't create the game, don't mean that.
I don't even put in no work though. I'm just around. Like, it's essentially
how we know
like
he didn't put in any work. How we know
he a mascot. He a mascot. Like, if niggas was going to court when Lil Wayne was claiming Bloods and shit, like, I wouldn't expect Wayne to take no time for no niggas. I expect him like to be like, if he could have not said nothing, that would have been the best thing. That's I stand by that. Like, as far as knowing what we know. However, if he in a position where I got to sit here in jail and I wasn't a participant and I can be out, like me and you talked about, getting money for the brand. Thug gonna need that money for his case. The rest of them niggas gonna need case. Like, YSL gonna have to start earning money. And if I'm Young Thug, that's what I got Gunner around for. That's what you here for, nigga. You ain't killing nobody. You ain't selling no drugs. If you claiming YSL, then you need to be out earning for the brand, and you can't do that in jail.
So why didn't Young Thug? Because allegedly Young Thug gave his blessings for Fu, which is his brother, to go ahead and take the plea. Why he ain't came out and said that about Gunner? And why is Wack saying that Young Thug's people or Young Thug or his attorneys did not know that that Gunner was going to do what he did? So come on now. So obviously, I understand what you're saying, because me and Trav talked about that. Like, yo, I can see him saying, remember, Trav, we talked like, yo, he might tell Gunner to go ahead and do what he do, man, and cop a plea or whatever to get out so you can start making money for the brand and help me, because they obviously got it out for me and I'm not going to be able to get out this situation. You know, we've said that. So when it happened, it went off what me and my man was already talking about. But what we've yet to see is the blessing from Young Thug. And that's what you need in this situation, because he immediately blessed his brother. Immediately. As soon as his brother hit the streets. Why ain't none of the other artists saying welcome home, Gunner? Ain't nobody said nothing. Niggas is quieter than a fucking church mouse.
Because they don't know what the fuck going on.
They don't know what it is because Thug ain't sanctioned it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is why it's I don't feel that Gunner's gonna be able to recoup, man. Like 6ix9ine got I feel an independent base. 6ix9ine know how to get money off trolling. 6ix9ine got a big European following. You know what I'm saying? Where he don't have to even be in the States to make bread. I just feel that that's a fool situation. And I gotta say, you know, it felt good to see some street niggas be street niggas for a change.
We got a couple comments, man. Manuel said they all have to take the stand if anybody takes it to trial. And
we already got 3.
And
They're not offering Thug a plea, and these 2 niggas said we taking it to trial. So that means Gunner and a couple of these other dudes gonna have to get on the stand if needed, man, or they're gonna go back to jail.
Kiara Jones said it's deeper than what we think. It's definitely deeper than what we think.
Absolutely.
But I think everybody's assumption is not really that far-fetched, especially if you've been here in Atlanta. You really know what's going on and what's been going on with YSL in these streets. So
yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think it's you know, I think it's a crazy situation, man. We're gonna see how this thing plays out. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it just felt refreshing to see some street niggas be some street niggas. You know, we got a lot of niggas folding. Like, you feel what I'm saying? A lot of niggas ain't standing strong or standing up to this make-believe code. What they can do in order not to fold is denounce the code, denounce the street code. That's all you can do. If you denounce it and say, man, look, we ain't living by no street codes no more, that shit dead. blah, 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 then maybe you can get off the hook with some of this shit. But until y'all niggas denounce that shit, Gunner and everybody who took pleas on thugs, except for Unfu, because he told him to do that. Everybody else we gotta put in the snitch category because they willing to plead, they willing to take that deal.
I think that's the play. Deal. That's the play for Gunner. What you just said, actually. Now that you say it out loud and think about it. If he was to come out and he had an interview or whatever, he say denounce like, man, I'm not a gangbanger. I ain't signed up for that on some remorseful shit. People love a second chance, man. He can do this shit independently. They'll still listen to his music and push P or whatever it may be, and we would never have to hear from Thug. But that's a good point that you say. If he take that route and take the whole, man, I knew what they were doing. I wasn't a part of it, and some woe is me type shit, and got people to feel sorry for him. He might be able to still make music and do business. Right.
And also we got YFN Lucy, who will not be a witness in this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's so crazy about this situation as far as with YFN and his situation, we forget that he's behind the wall.
We forgot about Lucy, bro. Ain't nobody been talking about, bro, until just now when they talking about witnesses against YSL, because obviously we know the story between YSL and YFN. And Lucci is locked up down there on Wright Street, and they could pull him to talk about some things that didn't happen between him and Young Thug.
Right, cut him a deal because I know he thirsty to get the fuck home.
You know he is.
You know what I'm saying? And you know it's crazy too. Think it's a game. Just on the side note, they got to be devastated, right? You got to think. At one point in time, Think It's a Game had Rich Homie Quan, who was easily top 10 artist at one point in time. I want to say maybe as high as top 5 when he had his little couple year reign. Also, you had YFN, who actually, you know, he had a lot of, you know, hits and he was doing his thing. And then shout out to my nigga Q Money from Cleveland. You know, he had a couple of little joints and he was starting to bubble. And, you know, they just sentenced that nigga to like 50 plus years for a bullshit murder. I still don't know the gist of behind that, but he just recently got the can hit with him. You know, it was a little hope that he might get out, but I guess his lawyers, all that shit probably dried up because they had him in jail for a few years. YFN, he can't get out. You know what I'm saying? They got my man locked up. He DOA. You feel what I'm saying? And Rich Homie Quan ain't Rich Homie Quan no more. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to think. Nigga, Think It's a Game probably about to file bankruptcy, nigga, because they top 3 artists, nigga, are gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they haven't been able to recoup. But I don't think YFN going to get out of jail.
I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? They got him with too much shit, man. And it's niggas in the hood. You know, I know niggas personally who fuck with him and they situation is his business is too much all over the street. So if the streets know like that, especially down here in Atlanta, definitely the you know what I'm saying, the judge and the goddamn DA and everybody else knows. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, free all the guys, you know what I'm saying, death to all the snitches who down with the street code. That's my take on the shit. This next thing though, man, I think this is real crazy, man, as we kind of veer from the street talk or whatever the case may be. This next situation to me, man, is real crazy. Like, and I want to hear everybody's take on this. You know what I'm saying? Because Grant Cardone, I might be saying his name a little wrong. Are we going with this one?
No, go ahead, Doc.
Okay, let me resend that so you got that. Well, the Grant Cardone, this situation, he says that you should be ashamed as a husband and a father if you make less than $400,000 a year. Now, obviously, I don't know if this comes with an infomercial, take one of his courses or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But I want to know people's take on that. Should we all feel ashamed? Because nothing, you know, I don't make $400,000. You know what I'm saying? So should I feel ashamed? Should you feel ashamed? Trav, should you feel ashamed that we are not able to be on a certain plateau in life? Because what he's saying, you should be ashamed. Like I should walk around with my motherfucking head down because I'm not able to obtain almost $500,000 lifestyle.
Yeah, fuck him. He be all right. I definitely do not agree with what bro say. $400,000 a year. I mean, obviously you'll live a little more comfortable, but that don't necessarily mean that you're gonna be happy. So I don't know what this dude talking about. And like you said, I don't know what kind of course he trying to sell or something. It got to be some kind of gimmick behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants you to subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what he do.
You know. So yeah, man, I definitely disagree with bro, man. It would be nice though. It'd be nice to put in $400,000 a year. But
yeah, because you know, if you're making 400K, then you making at the certain top echelon of I think what you be in the top 5%.
It's like the
1%. That's top 1%.
That's top 1%.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, the game is not set up for everybody to make that type of money. Like the game is not set up for everybody to be able to make $500,000. Because guess what? If everybody made $500,000, then it would be inflation. Then
$500,000 wouldn't be shit.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? The game ain't really set up for everybody to make it like that, and he knows that because he's in the top 1%. But in order, like you said, to sell an infomercial or to sell a dream to the average Joe or the person who's not making that type of bread or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? This is what you know he telling you to do. He telling you that you not worth a goddamn turtle turd if you ain't making 400K. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it to me, you know, I look at it like, bro, like you know, maybe one day the world will and then you got to think, if everybody was able to make 400K or to be on a level to where they making that type of bread, right? Like, then what would money be about then if everybody can stunt? Can you imagine a world, man, where everybody can stunt? Like everybody got it, everybody have it. Like to me, that it would go back
I can imagine a world where everybody is comfortable and good. I can imagine a world where there are not anybody that's poor, homeless, out here struggling to eat and clothe themselves and their family. I can definitely imagine that, and I think that would be awesome. But because of people like him, we probably would never have that.
That's a good point, because people so greedy, like him telling you you ought to be making 400,000 a year, and if you don't, you ought to be paying me 10,000 for my course because it's gonna show you how to make 400,000.
Exactly.
Like, all he's trying to do, y'all hit the nail on the head. Grant Cardone is a salesman, a good salesman too. And the people out of 1 million that see this, it's gonna be 100 of them that say, "Man, you know what? You right," and they're gonna buy his book and they're gonna sign up for his YouTube. And if he get 100 people to give him $10,000, then he gonna make his 400,000.
He doing
good. So that's all he doing. Yeah, this is a commercial for him.
Exactly.
You know so, and I respect it. Like he's very good at that little lane he's chosen out with. It's like y'all said, like everybody don't gotta have that. And you don't have to have that to be happy either. It's like stuff that you can find to do fulfillment that you can find in life where $400,000 ain't the benchmark of happiness. So
yeah, absolutely. I feel that way, definitely. Everybody in agreements. F Cordone. Shout out to my nigga DJ Kevy Kev, like he said, and like we all said, he trying to sell books and seminars. Yeah. But this is how these motherfuckers feel, though. Let you know how the people above you feel about you, though. They probably look at you like you are the scum of the earth. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's really telling the true testament of how people really feel about you and what they think about you as a human being. From being
that would be a good. 1%. I would love to ask him that and see how to put him in that box, like you just said. Do you look down on people that don't make 400,000 a year?
Absolutely.
Just see what he say.
I think he would tell you that. I think he would be like, "Yo,
he can't. He had to ruin his brain."
I think he'll stutter. He'll hit you with it. What are them right there?
He might hit you with a little stutter move or whatever the case may be. But I think he also might tell you the truth. It depends on if it's a controlled interview. Now, if it's just a random person like us who saw your clip and came and approached you, maybe you would do that. But if it's a control, he might say some bullshit just to get an arouse out of people.
I mean, look at what Emmanuel said. All his information is from YouTube. He's rich from people buying his product.
Man, crazy. I found out about him real quick before you move. He did this TV show where he moved to a town. They gave him $100 and he had, I want to say 90 days to turn that $100 into $1 million business. And I mean, he was fucking with some regular people. He got off a little bit, but he hit the goal and shit. But it's like what y'all say, just trying to get people to buy shit. But
that's a fact. That's a fact. What we got next, Donnie?
Well, I mean, the next thing we got, obviously, and I don't think the women who obviously partake in this or benefit off this, I think they might be a little upset if this gets put into effect, but this is something that they're going to be experimenting with. And I think personally, this should happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it should be for the kids. But let's play this clip of what they got in store for the child support.
Is experimenting with a new type of child support in a form of a card, which works much like an EBT card.
Okay.
The child support card will prohibit parents from paying for certain items like gas, rent, and adult clothing.
And liquor.
Lonnie, what do you think? What are you thinking? Is this a good idea?
Well, I mean, you know what? Okay.
Did you notice all the it's because deep inside the subconscious mind, she's already made up her mind. That being that she feels child support should be utilized for something more than just the child. Because if she felt like it was only for the child, she would just say, I think this is an awesome idea for money to only be used for the kid because it's child support, not baby mama support.
Interesting, fellas. What y'all take on that
one? I mean, it ain't far-fetched. Anybody that got a job, they know about them little medical spending accounts. They give you that little card, they put $500 on there. Yeah, but you can't just go buy gas and all that shit. It gotta be medical shit.
Gotta be medical.
Yeah, I'm with it. Shit, it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of women, right, take child support and the benefits of child support too far. Like, let's think about it, right? Women like should not be able to take what I'm spending on my child in support and go be able to buy a Chanel bag or, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn, you know, go ball out and go to the steakhouse or go to the seafood spot on you know what I'm saying, on my dime for what I got for what I'm supposed to be giving for my kids or my child. Like, I don't feel like that's cool at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that part. Like, hold up, like this should be cool. Like my man said, this is not baby mama support. And if it is, let's call it what it is. Because a lot of people, when I hear what they're paying for their children and child support, the shit is outrageous. You know, it's outrageous. Like I'm hearing cases niggas is paying for one child $800, $1,000 a month. Like, what does a child need that costs a whole bandwagon for a month? Like, as a person who takes care of their daughter almost every, you know what I'm saying? I don't spend that type of bread on my daughter.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That should be ridiculous sometimes, man. Kiara Jones said the adult clothing and liquor things of that nature, yeah, but rent, gas, things a child needs, no, man. She feel like that kid need that roof over his head. But how about this right here, Kiara? Let the child come live with me. How about that? 9 times out of 10, the baby mama gonna be like, no, we ain't doing that. Nigga, my baby mama told me he need to be around his sister.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just like I said, man. It's crazy that we in a world where, okay, Lustful Goddess got. Let's read what she got.
Lustful Goddess said sometimes child support just be the father compensating you for what you've already spent. Every situation is very different, but if you've already spent that, Lustful Goddess, that means you could afford it, and you don't need compensation for that because everybody has to take care of the child. That's my personal opinion. It's a 50-50 thing. Everything ain't on the father. And y'all need to talk about that if that's how you want it to be. If you can spend money on the child, then they can spend your money on the kid. That's your kid also. You know what I mean? Talking about, well, I need to get that back. No, you don't. Well, let me go and cancel that cash out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you know what, though? At the end of the day, I will say this. For the guys that are not, you know, in their children's lives to where they're giving their mother a break, right? If the mother is 24/7, Dre, Snoop, and Devin, watching the kid, don't get no break, but once every 90 days when you come down and visit, then hell yeah, she deserve a band a month. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't got no time and she got to figure it out. Even if she got babysitter help or whatever, she got to do all the figuring out because you're not around to play the father role.
So Donnie, what do you say to people that are married and the woman takes on the most responsibility for the children, because it's usually like that. It's always going to be like that, bro. The man, the woman is going to be the one that the child gravitates to in any situation. She's the main nurturer of the family and of the children. So what do you say to the father that's married to the woman? He in the house with him, but shit, he go to work. He do what he do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he ain't spending no real time with the kids, man. Like, for real. He might get 1 day a week. Yeah, he trying to rest on that Sunday, if it's a Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean,
now I can understand the whole deadbeat situation. If you ain't doing nothing for the child, if you ain't in the child life, period, then they need to burn your ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, if you putting in some kind of effort and the baby mama just feel like it ain't enough, that's
I think that's a different situation. But if you are not there to be in that child's life, like on a, let's say, you know what I'm saying, like throughout the week, like I don't feel like it's fair for the woman to have to nurture the child the whole day, 7 days a week.
Bro, if you in the house with the family, the mother's going to be the main one taking care of the kids.
I mean, that's true, but you there though. You there in case of an emergency. You there to apply instant discipline, right? Like
you might not be. You might be outside up under the hood of the car. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even that though, she gonna come get you and say, hey, you need to come in here because so and so is acting a certain type of way. So now you're gonna stop doing what you're doing, which is gonna piss you off a lot more, and you're gonna go attend to the problem. And then you're the authority figure right there. So that's usually what it is. Even though the mother is there to nurture, do the homework, cook the food, you know what I'm saying? But the father, for the most part, you know, if he has his own little regiments, you know, he might be working out after work. If he got a son, he's gonna have him working out with him. You know, it depends on,
he might not.
But that's the thing. You gotta apply positive habits in your child's life. If you out there doing the car, why he not out there watching you do the car? Because him watching you do the car is ultimately gonna benefit him. It ain't no sense of keeping him in the house.
He might not want to be. He might not want to be though. That nigga might be like, man, I ain't standing there.
That's certain things that you got
to train. You want me to oil? You want me to learn how to train?
You know what I'm gonna tell him? I'm gonna say this is gonna benefit you. This is gonna benefit you later on in life.
That nigga be like, Dad, what oil at? Now you gonna pour the oil out in your face while you up on the cup.
No, he gonna sit there. He gonna watch. He gonna learn how to do the oil change until he able to do it, even at 10, 11 years old. Because he, you know, like if you doing it, he gonna be out there doing it. So that's what I'm saying. If you doing positive things around your kids, you need to have them involved in those positive things.
Let's go to the comments, Donnie.
Fixing the car. Go ahead.
DJ KVKF said, I got another one. On the back of that, there is talks of automatic paternity tests at the birth of a child before any name goes on the birth certificate. Do y'all agree with that? Automatic paternity test before anybody sign anything.
Yep.
I agree with that too, Spike. Mm-hmm. So at least you know it's really your kid.
Right. You want to get it out the way.
You don't want to be like Neo. Y'all see how they stuck Neo, the singer. Wasn't even his kid. He still had to pay child support. Because I think he signed a birth certificate or something like that, and it wasn't even his kid.
Yeah,
but
once you sign that birth certificate, you legal and binded to what's going on. Once you sign that birth certificate.
Kara Jones says, shit, daycare alone, I pay $800 a month by myself.
Oh.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, sister. You gotta make sure them kids straight, make sure they're in daycare. You know, should the father help out with that? Yes, he definitely should. Let's forgot to say $800 is a month of child care when you're paying out of pocket. Same thing. Yeah, if you got to pay for child care, you know.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most women got to pay for that. Most women got to pay for child care. You know,
and guess what they do? Guess what they do, Donnie? When they put you on child support, they ask the woman, does she pay for child care? That all goes into that.
Yeah.
That all goes into that.
And that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, you can work around something and come up with an agreement where you don't got to go on child support.
Check this out, right? The woman can say she doesn't work, even if she does work. She could tell them folks she has no income, and then she can tell them, I also have other children, so they're going to make you pay even more because she has other children. Because now you got to take most of the load off of her for your child. Man, they're going to raise their child support way up. Child care, she don't work. She got other kids. Man, the folk finna stay in your ass, man. And don't even care. They're going to take your license until you mean like 2 payments. Your license gone, bro. Oh, how you going to get to work? Oh, man, we don't know. Shit. Yeah. You got to get there some kind of way.
It's definitely rigged against the man. So I strongly suggest all brothers who's about to have children, got children, working out with your baby mama. Because at the end of the day, it ain't set up for us to win. And if we got to get into that court system, it's gonna be, some issues. So
Kiara Jones said,
I think it's set out against both of them. They trying to make people be miserable instead of
they
make the incentive. Ain't no incentive on being single. You got to pay more in taxes. If you split up, like y'all saying, you got to pay alimony. And it is bad, like you said, for the man, but even for the woman, think about it now. I got 3-4 kids. I can't go to work and I got to figure out where they going to be at all day. So I understand it, but they forcing people to be together. That's the fucked up part that need to be talked about. Like they forcing, like, because that's why you got so many miserable people out in this world, like we seen with that dude to cheating and all that shit, because they forcing to be together because it make more sense and they saving money. That's the sick part about it to me. I
agree with that. The state is in everybody's pockets, man, from child support to marriage to everything, man. Everything they got their hand in. So they want you to do it. They want you not to do it. They win on either side. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the problem, and that's something that we got to look at.
Kevin Kell said, man is provider, mother is nurturer. Mofos have forgot their roles. That's
absolutely. Fathers, man, we got to provide. Mothers must nurture. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that we don't got enough mother nurturers, because, mothers sometimes, like when they're single and they have their kids, sometimes they hold, the kid in the middle of, hating the father because the father left or he's not around. Now the kid ain't really getting nurtured; he getting cussed out all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? So,
or even if that ain't the case, she may just be working all the time. She ain't got time to nurture. I'm trying to put food on the table, keep you looking good, make sure mom. I know for me, since my mom was a single parent, she worked from like 7 a.m. to at least 12 at night, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Grind had to get it in
5 days a week, bro. I seen my mama maybe on the, like Trav was saying, on the weekend, but she wasn't on no hate your daddy type shit or nothing like that. I ain't got no ill will towards my dad. It's just wasn't no nurturing going on though. Like
that's how my folk were though. They had to get it, but by any means they were like, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it out, little nigga. You better not fuck nothing up.
These are Kevin Kell said, this is exactly the reason why people need to be married if you want to have children. I agree on that.
It's good. It's good to have a strong household, man. Yeah, keep the comments coming.
Kiara Jones said, and time is good, true enough, but the child still needs financial stability from both parents. It shouldn't be one-sided.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But obviously, this is a passionate subject, man, for a lot of people. I know a lot of people dealing with children and child support, or, if you have a child and you're single, obviously there's a father or a father and a mother. You know how it go, either side. So my suggestion is everybody just work it out, because once you put the state involved, it's gonna get sloppy. You know what I'm saying?
He said studies have shown that children are more successful being with the father. My baby mother gave me $300 for the twins in the last 6 years.
Shout out to E-Man for dropping that reel. I know my man personally, man. He's a great father, man. Definitely does what he's supposed to do with his children. So I definitely understand.
Love forgot to say, yet divorce exists. So we're still back on the subject of child support. Laugh out loud.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
I hit the wrong side of the face too. My bad, fellas.
Oh man, but no, I mean, she's right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything revolves around, when you're separating, there's definitely going to be support. There's definitely going to be alimony. If you're not together and you don't make it to the altar, it's just not set up for the man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's best for you just to be on good terms with the baby mama and be on good terms and with the child. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on that shit. But this next thing, man, and you know how every episode, man, we try to give some health conscious shit, man, and just to bring to the attention of the masses what these people are putting in our foods, our drinks, our water, our air. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. As an asthmatic, these last few years have been very rough for me, because I'm breathing in particles, metals, and everything else, and an occasional blunt or two as well. So at the end of the day, this situation right here, I like to bring this to the attention. And I don't drink this, but I drink products that, with Coke and Pepsi being the head of so many products, I do digest some of this from time to time. But Coke and Pepsi being used by Indian farmers as a pesticide. I definitely wanted to play this, man, and let y'all hear how how they using y'all drinks to fertilize the crops and keep them
Of course, both cola companies can take heart that they are not utterly useless. Farmers in northern Lucknow use them as pesticides, and it's cost advantageous too. For while pesticides cost about $20 to $30, spraying their fields with colas cost only about $6 to $8.
पहले तो हम लोग दवा का इस्तेमाल करते थे, दवा महंगी बैठ रही है, तो कुछ लोग बताए कि इसे देखो कीटनाशक इसमें होता है, तो हम लोग इसका इस्तेमाल करने लगे, तो इससे फायदा है.
A study released by the Center for Science and Environment found a pesticide residue of 11.85 parts per billion in 57 samples of cola drinks, about 24 times higher than limits agreed to. And while both Pepsi and Coke profess innocence, considering that this is the second damnation in 3 years, not many are buying either their protest or their products. Of course.
Interesting. Hey, look, man, I think you can use Coke to get rust off of shit, though. It's either Coke or Dr. Pepper. It's one of them joints. You can use Coke to remove it's Coke. Spike Lee already know it's Coke. You can use Coca-Cola to remove rust.
So that shit should not be digested in our systems. That's basically what you're saying. It should not be digested in our system, and we should not be putting this into our system. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show how they got us, man, as far as like, okay, this is what we gonna do, and this is how we gonna do, and we gonna put shit that we would put other countries are using as pesticides. These niggas buying it by the 24 pack.
Shout out to the comments, man. KBKF said, this ain't shocking. You can pour a Coke on your battery terminals to get rid of corrosion.
Absolutely. Yes, you can. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy in itself. But I, just wanted to bring that up, that if you're drinking on a Coke or Pepsi, you might want to think about that and put it down, John. Put it down. Also, the next thing I wanted to bring to the attention, I think all of us have fell victim to this. Lou, I know personally you went and got you some the other day. Chinese food. Now, obviously, it ain't what you thinking, though. I know y'all thinking, what you gonna talk about? Rats? We've been eating on rat and dog, nigga. What you got to say? Fuck it. No, it's not even that. Chinese, and I've said this before, do not like black people. You can call it what you want. That's why it ain't really no Chinese restaurants in white neighborhoods. They listen, they do not like us, and this is what they do. And now, this right here,
1/10 of the oil used to cook in China is called gutter oil. That's right. Gutter oil is cooking oil made from the recycling of the slop that comes from sewage. And in many Chinese restaurants, the runoff oil into the septic system. Research shows that it's commonly used in restaurants and street vendors in China, but can be very deadly. But one would hope with all the Chinese restaurants popping up around the capital, this does not happen. Oh, that was short-lived, until Chinese living here and working at local restaurants were actually caught and recorded performing what looked like the same procedure as seen in this video on a documentary of a woman who makes money from collecting the waste for recycling. Recently, 2 videos went viral on social media of 2 different Chinese restaurants in Nassau allegedly following the same process. One shows what appears to be an oil container with a funnel to collect the slop from the sewer. Both persons were caught in the act at early periods of the day when hardly anyone would be.
Now, this right here, it just go to show, bro. Like, they recycling the oil. These motherfuckers they call it gutter oil. This is what niggas is eating. This is why niggas go there and they get high cholesterol and all type of shit when you fuck with too much Chinese food. Goddamn Chinese gutter need to be ashamed of themselves. Gutter oil. So for anybody who plans on ordering Chinese, I don't know if you like your rice, vegetable, whatever, shrimp fried rice, egg roll, your yoing, whatever. Remember, you eating rat, you eating dog, and you also mixing it with the gutter oil. Remember that. Remember that. Next time you eat some Chinese, Jack, gutter oil.
Don't you think you might find gutter oil in the trap?
Might find it in the trap. Definitely in the trap. They using gutter oil. Niggas is using gutter oil, bro. No, and with us seeing rat being sold in the store, dog, niggas is eating dog, all type of dumb shit. cricket farms coming up all across the country. They saying one of the hottest investments might be into a fucking cricket farm, roach farms and shit. These niggas got a groomy future for us, bro. And it starts with the gutter oil. I promise you that. This next thing, though, you know, we like to get into topics, obviously, man, you know, dealing, you know, relationship, you know, all that type of shit, right? This next thing, real quick, man, I want to pull up, man, is this situation right here. Homie had a lot to say about male tendencies, and I find this very interesting. I really want to hear the chat on this. I really also want to hear Spike and Trav. They take on this right here. But this right here, I know niggas like this. I put it like that.
Many men that don't like women, but they're sexually unattracted to men, and they have no choice but to deal with you, and they act like it, don't they? Like, these men don't like women for real. They don't bond with women. They don't emotionally connect with women. They prefer to be around men. They respect men. They get along with men. They see men as their equals. They do not view you as it, but the only reason they're with you is because they're not sexually attracted to the men. If it wasn't for sex or power, they wouldn't be with you. I need y'all to watch out for these men. Like, actually, like, inquire about whether this man actually like women. Not if you're heterosexual. My question to you is, do you actually like women? So many men that don't like women, but they're sexually unattracted to men, and they have no choice but to.
Yeah, now, man, I saw bro, man, say this bullshit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Man.
Now, do we feel that niggas have, I mean, I feel like this is a female tendency, obviously, right? But I mean, I can say I know, I ain't gonna call them out on the show, but I know a couple of niggas like this, bro. Maybe one nigga or so, man. I know a nigga like this, bro. Where nigga, okay, yeah, you might not swing on this side, but you definitely ain't with a woman for the right reason. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to just discuss this, see if anybody had their.
But see, what you saying is different from what he's saying. You saying not with a woman for the right reasons. He's saying that the nigga like damn near borderline like men and just dealing with women. I think a lot of men don't understand how to deal with women. And that these come from lack of having a man in their life to teach them, or lack of having a woman that can sit down, take time, and have the patience to let him know how she need to be treated. That's all it is, just an education thing. It ain't he might like men or you don't really like it. I think that's going way far past. He sound like I ain't even gonna go in on him, but I'm gonna say he kind of sound like that might be something he's dealing with. But
I agree with you. I agree with you, Spike. The way I put this when I saw it is, right? He's trying to it's definitely clickbait, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, is it a fact that men like to be around the bros and sometimes they don't really like women like that? Is it a fact? I mean, I like to hang around everybody, you know what I'm saying? But there are some guys that just don't like to be around women like that. They don't like chicks. They like chicks when it comes to being in a relationship and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But you know, they be the ones that be on the bros before hoes.
Yeah, them type dudes. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I meant to say. It's them type of cats. You know what I'm saying? That just seem like they so anti-female, but don't, you know, they don't swing that way, so to speak. But they hate women. A
lot of them niggas don't be having women.
I don't think that they hate them though. They just don't know how to deal with it. It's a lot of niggas out here that do not know how to deal with women, man. And in turn, you know how we are as men, right? How we are as men, we get frustrated when we don't know how to do shit, man. Like that frustrates the shit out of us. You know how you putting some shit together, you looking at the directions, and that shit say one thing, but it's doing something. Like, God damn. As men, we like to figure shit out. And a lot of women like to play games and they'll try to confuse you. And most men don't like to deal with that. You gotta find somebody that you fucking on the same level with, on like, just like I know you and I Don talk about, like somebody that you spiritually connect with on a real deal level. Like all that facetious shit, yeah, you gonna deal with this bullshit. Oh, he may not like you, may like men, but like Trav was saying, like Grace, it ain't that deep, I don't think. I think you just did motherfuckers just dealing with people that they don't like. It ain't a man woman, it's like a person.
Exactly.
You don't like. Yeah.
Exactly,
Right.
man.
Shout out to the comment section. Yeah, go ahead, Trey.
Emmanuel said, all he said is men relate to each other. Sometimes women are overbearing and men don't want to have to bother with the nagging. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. What else we got in the comments? Los Fogata said his message is a little off. However, it's some truth to the point he's making. Kiara Jones said, definitely a man in his feminine energy. Kiara, are you talking about this dude Ace Metaphor, or are you talking about the men that he talking about? Because I believe he be in his feminine energy sometime, but y'all love this dude. He like the new Derrick Jackson for y'all. And you see how Derrick Jackson did, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like he get caught cheating. He say, "Yeah, let me go ahead and leave, Shawty, man. Let me go on divorce, man. I done got caught. Then my second time getting caught. Let me just go on and leave the sister." But y'all champion her, and then y'all love, bro. Y'all love niggas like Derrick Jackson, man. You know what I'm saying? He get paid. He get a big bag off of y'all, making y'all feel the same way and making y'all hate. What else we got? Kevin Kev said childhood trauma.
Yep.
Yeah,
right. That got a lot to do with it. That got a lot to do with
Agreed, DJ Kev.
Niggas be mad at their mamas and taking it out on their wives.
Absolutely.
Like you mentioned it. Yeah. You mentioned it earlier, Don. They been getting cussed out all when they was children. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They mama going hard on them. Now that nigga treat his wife like that because he never knew how to treat women. Absolutely.
Right. And this one, now I'm glad it was a healthy debate on that. But as I move forward into this debauchery, right? Because it get worse, right? The next one we got, now this is very interesting. Now this is something that I am totally against, and I'm definitely going to give a hard no.
This is crazy.
She definitely got her opinion on the swing community. Let's hear this.
Man, and I've said this before, that is attracted to a trans woman is not gay. Any man and I've said this before, that is attracted to a trans woman is not gay.
I'm gonna let that play one more time. Oh no, okay. You see how the chick looked at the end of the shit.
Attracted to a trans woman is not gay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with her on this 100%. If you attracted to a trans woman, you know this is a trans woman, and you know this woman has a penis or has had the penis cut off, you're gay.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy about it? A nigga is definitely on some gay shit if it's like that. But to play devil's advocate with this shit, right? Because we got to dive into the psyche. What happens if you a nigga who just don't get has never dealt with a bad chick, has never had a bad chick, don't know what a bad chick look like, and you meet a dime piece tranny?
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Never had, like, now think about it, right? Some of these motherfucking trannies, unless you look real hard at them, nigga, you wouldn't know. And let's just keep it a bean. It's some of them, nigga, that you have to really be up on to motherfucking know that that's a nigga. A motherfucking to change his whole everything. You feel what I'm saying? So if a motherfucking to change his whole everything, then he said, "No way, Jose.
No way,
Facts,
Jose."
Man.
I'm with Emmanuel.
But I believe that's what a lot of these motherfuckers do. Now, there's a lot of DL niggas that obviously swing on these trannies, and I bet you if a tranny had a motherfucking podcast, like a whole bunch of popular ones, they could air out so many niggas, it would be crazy. But you got to figure though, man, for some people though, bro, that's probably the baddest feminine looking motherfucker they've ever had in their circumference in their life.
But see, I think that you even.
But like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm
right,
trying to give another perspective.
Playing devil's advocate, give another perspective. I believe in intuition. And I think that deep down, if you're a man and you talking to another man, you know, before it even get to that. So if it went all the way to that part, you kind of wanted it, that you was looking for that. Now, some men can't be fools. You're right. There's some good make-believes or, trans or whatever however the right way to say it. There's some good ones out there. But I still, Transformers. But I still believe at the end of the day, man, you kind of know, bro. Like, you know what's going on. And I think, that make you gay because that's another man.
I agree with you, Spike Lou. At the end of the day, man, you know what's going on because especially if you in the city like Atlanta, you already kind of
because you got to be on your P's and Q's.
You got to be on your P's and Q's, bro.
All of us know how to talk, communicate, have a conversation. And you chopping up game with a woman and a man, you know the difference. I don't care what you done changed, had switched up, how good your facial shit is. If me and you talking, I know the difference between a man and a woman if we done had a conversation. Now, if ain't no conversation, you drunk, you in the club, I get that. I totally understand. But if we didn't, like, it's a date and you just sitting right there and you getting to know this person and you can't tell, you didn't want to know.
Shout out to my nigga E-Man. He said that's the bro before hoe dudes.
Yeah,
definitely. That's them dudes.
That's the same dude.
That's them dudes. Because you know what? Let's just keep it a buck, bro. Trannies, they getting love out here in these Atlanta streets from these niggas. Like
more power to them.
They getting love.
They getting love from everywhere. It ain't just Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Because there is obviously
they ain't got no shortage of niggas just trying to try what's going on.
It's a market for that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
And women like this, right? Like what she's saying is the opinion of not all women. Because I'm gonna be real. Have we heard a woman in the chat? I know we got women that's in the chat. Have we heard a woman comment on this situation yet?
Ladies, if a man is dating or is attracted to a transsexual, is he gay? Please drop a comment. Let us know how y'all feel about that because I believe
it got quiet.
But it goes to like what you were saying about the feminine and male energy and niggas not wanting to be around female. Like again, you can. I kind of get the gist of what she's saying because overall, a transvestite man has tried to be a woman, right? You're supposed to be looking like a woman. They got all the woman feature stuff going on, right? So what she's saying, and essentially, I guess it's supposed to be true because they looking at something that they think is a woman. However, once we again start to have a conversation and you around this person, you can tell, nigga, this ain't no goddamn woman. So that, in my opinion, is what make you gay. It ain't the initial attraction. You might be attracted because it might genuinely look like a woman, like you said. But in the day-to-day and building and having something with them, you know that's a goddamn man.
Yeah,
there's a difference between men and women. It's just a fact. They can play all they want to with this gender shit that they want, but at the end of the day, it's a difference between men and women. You know that as a man too. When you talking to another man, you can tell, and when you're talking to a woman, you can tell. Ain't nothing that they can cut off and change that, in my opinion.
I just think it's a situation where she's pumping this into like the mainstream way of thinking, right?
They trying to do that.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to normalize niggas being non-binary.
I tell you,
and you know, watching, you know, and I know we'll probably end up talking about this in its own little episode piece, or we might do a review on it. But The Best Man, right, on Peacock. I even hate saying that fucking name on fucking Peacock. Like, what the hell?
Peacock, what's wrong with Peacock, bro?
No, I'm just saying just a name. Like, bro, it's a million, it's a trillion names out here.
But it makes sense. It makes sense. The NBC symbol looks like a peacock's tail.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, facts.
Peacock, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. So you know, The Best Man is on, and just that, you know, just for those who haven't seen it, I'll just drop one. You know, just relating on what we're talking about. You know, Lance, you know, Morris Chestnut's son is non-binary. You know, and they have to highlight that with our brothers all the time, like, you know, and they pushing this non-binary shit, man. Like the alpha male is going out the fucking window. There's no alpha males no more. Like the masculinity and you know, your boy Dana White said this, man, and I found this so true. You know, the kids that are coming up now, if they're savages, they're gonna run over this world. Like, because we're raising so many peacocks, so many, you know what I'm saying, non-binary people, that the ones who identify with their true masculinity are gonna take this bitch over and run it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was listening to Joe Rogan, and this dude named Graham Hancock was on there. He's like a historical philosopher or whatnot.
Right.
He got a show on Netflix. He said through his studies, every civilization that has fallen, there was a major civilizations, the Greeks, Romans, all of them through time. When they civilizations started to fall is when the lines became blurred between men and women.
Absolutely.
When people started to like misgender each other, when people started to act like it wasn't no difference between like the shit that we're seeing now. He's saying every major civilization has been successful in society. The downfall of their civilization was that. Because then what happens is you like, that's one of the truest things that you can see what a man and a woman that God create, whatever you believe in, you could be able to tell that. As a society, if we start acting like we don't know, then what is true? What ain't true? You ain't gonna be able to prove shit. If a motherfucker with a dick and everything and balls is telling you, oh, I'm a woman, I identify as a woman, gender me as a woman, then how you gonna prove anything else is right or wrong? Because we gotta regard to their feelings.
And that's why we can't let this go but so far.
Yeah.
We got to start putting our foot down and start speaking up, because a lot of these bills that are getting passed have a lot of funding to go to the schools to teach our kids all this non-binary crap and everything else under the sun that I don't want my children learning. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I feel that right now, you know what I'm saying, this is what is going on, and this is what they're pushing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like when I see, you know, situations like this, and it's just, I don't know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's the route we're going with that.
Shout out to the comments, man. Kiara Jones said, yes, your masculine will not allow it. And I agree. Your masculinity, a man if you're not a gay man, you're not going to be attracted to a transsexual, period.
You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Your curiosity will not kill your cat. You feel what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna do it. Your pride is not going to allow you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Emmanuel said that's not a woman. That's the one that caught Chingy up. Chingy got caught with a trainer?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Chingy been got
a couple times.
Yeah, that was back in the day. I mean, that's the Sydney Star chick.
That's who said that.
I mean, and Sydney Star, has been with a lot of people in this industry. She's been with a lot of people, and that's what I'm saying. That shit is prevalent right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Jones. Yeah, screaming ain't the word, right?
See, that shit happened to Young Buck a couple times.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes, man. We can go on and on. We have a whole other episode.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole nother episode talking about that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. This next thing that we about to talk about, right? This to me, and I know we've talked about it before. I know Nas has come out with an album back in the day saying hip hop is dead, and that whole thing. This situation right here has truly given me the ultimate impression that hip hop is now dead, and we need to abandon this culture. I'm thinking about jazz now. I'm thinking about R&B. I'm thinking about contemporary.
You late.
Rap right now to me is dead, and I want y'all to hear what is going viral. This song is viral. It is viral. These dudes are getting booked for shows. So let's go ahead and play this song. Obviously, we do not own this content. This is only for promotional and review use only. Trav, run that.
Bitches hit my line talking about shh. I hit her back talking about shh. She tried to hit me with the shh. And then I fucking turn around and hit her shh. Don't hit my line up, I know nothing unless you talking about something. You know this how we fucking coming. We fucking gunning. We fucking running to the money. These bitches hit my line talking about shh. I hit.
He said, "What?"
That's kind of hard, though, right?
Listen,
That's kinda
listen. At first, I did not know, and listen.
You talking about something? You know this how we fucking coming.
I mean, and look, and hold up, and the next clip we about to play, which is the same thing. Go, Trav, go ahead and pull this up because I wanted to show that they're actually getting booked for shows. See, this is not a game. I don't want y'all to feel like that they just made a viral video. These dudes are doing shows, and you know what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and play their show. Look what my man got on.
Whoa, what the hell he got on? Hey man, at least they not saying that.
Them white folks, yeah, them white. All them in the crowd is white folks too.
Exactly,
it's white people
man.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
All right, this don't scare me at all for hip hop.
Not at all for hip hop. I feel you, Spike. Cause it's, you know, I mean, like you just said, it's all white people.
Yeah, man. White people like dumb shit like this.
It just got a trap. It got a trap Southern style.
Yeah, to be hard.
That's about it, and that beat is hard. That's a fact.
Be hard. If they got them a good little feature on that, it might go some.
Obviously,
get 21 Savage on there.
He will hop on that. That sound like 21 right there. Too.
Yeah,
definitely.
See, now I'm gonna play the other side of this. Now, I know y'all said y'all don't find it disrespectful for hip hop. Well, unfortunately, I do. I feel the reason why this is disrespectful for hip hop because it bleeds into my culture. And it's a damn shame that our culture has gotten to the point where shit is so bad that nobody even cares no more. This ain't whatever. It's just, but they're using a hip hop beat with a hip hop cadence, and they're, even though it's white shows, so what? Some of our biggest artists have nothing but white shows. So white people are the ones that really go to concerts for real, unless they're in the middle of the hood. The fact is that this song being associated with hip hop, to me, just continues to destroy and dilute the brand, bro. And it's already been diluted, but seeing it in this form, man, was just very hurtful for me.
Don Peoplez.
You're wrong on this, Don.
Hold on, Spike. Don Peoplez. You really like Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro.
I have not listened to a Tekashi 6ix9ine,
man. But
listen,
you was
first
only,
off,
you was on.
I had a couple of songs
Tekashi
that I felt that was okay, but at least my man was rapping. This dude right here is fucking whistling, bro.
Like, Tekashi is worse than these niggas.
And the fact that y'all both just downloaded this song is it just goes to show where we're at in hip hop right now, because y'all are gonna bump this. Trav, you're gonna be bumping this.
The other side of what you're saying, though, the other side of what you're saying is hip hop has gotten so big that bullshit like this can't even affect it no more. Bro, Nas just put out a great album. 21 and Drake doing their thing. Kendrick came and did his thing. With hip hop nowadays, any type of quality music you looking for, you can find it. If you a backpack nigga, if you a trap nigga, if you a hustling nigga and listening to the Detroit shit, like any type of shit you want to find in hip hop nowadays, you can find this shit, including this bullshit. And for the white people that's out there going to bars, drinking Jaeger shots and shit and want to hear this, more power to them.
More power to him, man. Y'all see, check out the comments, man. Kevin Kell said, for some reason, I guarantee it's a DJ somewhere playing this. That's a fact, man. And the crowd, well, he had the crowd going wild. It might be in the country music spots. It might be in the rock and roll, heavy metal spots. But they going crazy.
The song went viral. Of course, DJs are playing this song. And niggas is in the crowd. Y'all would be in the crowd. Yeah.
I'll bullshit aside though, Donnie. If you're somewhere, but bro, if you're somewhere, if you're out, wherever you at, and the song come on, you ain't finna stop. You know what I'm saying? You might bob on and keep it moving. It's gonna go with the rhythm. The DJ gonna mix that shit right in, and the whole crowd gonna be saying whatever that is, whatever they stitching or whatever the hell that is. It's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Is it something I'm gonna listen to on a regular? No. But it is what it is. I would rather hear them than the fucking Island Boys.
Yes.
I mean, okay.
And Tekashi 6ix9ine.
And Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I'm listening to this every day before Tekashi.
Hey, man, shout out to the comments, man. Los Forgotten said, Yin Yang Twins have done whisper rap before. Hip-hop has been screwed. I don't know.
Now, hold up. Don't hate on my niggas, the Yin Yang. Whistle while you twerk.
No, nigga.
You had to be outside when they
you talking about when they was like, no, you was talking about go ahead.
Yeah, that shit right.
Man, them niggas was saying some real shit. Tell me a little something that I want to hear. Oh man, come on.
I didn't know the whole song.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that shit that was right though.
Like exactly. So shout out to the Yin Yang Twins. They definitely gave their point and their place in hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, we can't get on the Yin Yang Twins as far as for what they got going on. Next thing, real quick, man. Back to this, and this was something that we talked about off air. So obviously, I just wanted to bring it to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? This situation, man. Now, look, I know a lot of y'all was wearing masks and stuff like that through the pandemic. I was one that really wasn't on the mask. I was always against the mask. But it's crazy now that Dr. Fauci, fake-a-roni, has come out and said the masks don't do anything. They might stop a droplet or two, but no need to wear masks, right? So for y'all who still wearing masks, listen. Okay. Now, I've heard a couple of different opinions on this video. I personally believe this shit is the truth, but I want to show you what you might be breathing in, because a lot of people who wear those masks, I can bet, probably got some respiratory problems or something like that. But I want to show you what's in these motherfuckers that's going to make you have a respiratory problem. Trav, let's run this, please. full screen.
All right, so who gonna challenge that? Because we can go get some masks from the gas station for $3 for $1.
This right here, I'm gonna do. You know what? Because I thought to myself, like, yo, bro, I gotta challenge this one, man. Is this the truth? If is this what goes inside the mask and stuff? And this is what I'm saying. When it comes to the food and everything else, man, I mean, we play shit like this every episode, bro. So to me, it's just like we got to come to the understanding that they want to depopulate us by any means necessary. Either we're breathing in shit through a mask, because that's what this looks like, shit in a mask. We're breathing in shit in the mask, or we're ingesting, pesticides. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like whatever's clever at this point. You feel what I'm saying? But we will be doing a little test. I am going to try to debunk this shit. Hell, I might do it live on our channel.
We're going to have to, bro.
We might go ahead and just do this live on the channel because I would really like to know.
He just took a fucking mask and looked like he got an old motherfucking feminine napkin that's been used. You know what I'm saying? After he dumped that shit in some water, bro.
Absolutely, bro. And look, he cuts it open. He cuts it open. And it's just like, yo, man, like, I mean, that shit is crazy, bro. And that and for all y'all who's wearing all these damn masks all the time, this is what it is. Shout out to my nigga E-Man in the comments. I don't know what. Okay, he said, told y'all 2 years ago I was pulling up cutting hair. I was okay. Yeah.
How many times you done been sick without wearing your mask? Since you haven't been wearing your mask, how many times have you been sick? And I'm not talking about COVID. I'm just talking about anything sick. The flu, a cold, some kind of respiratory
not too
infection.
much. I mean, obviously, it's been 3 years now since the since this whole thing's been going on.
You've been sick
I've been
five
sick a few
times?
times. I've been sick a few times. About the same amount of times I would always get sick. Seasonal colds, allergies, and stuff like that.
You would have had that mask on, that would have been cut in half, or not at all.
Nah, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Fauci, the one that told you to wear the mask, the one that told you to take the shots, all these niggas is up on TV retracting all that shit. Like, no, you don't need to wear those. So I don't want to hear that. Like, does that help in surgery? I know doctors and nurses. Yeah, I mean, you write up on some blood and all that. You don't want shit getting in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I can get all that. But you just being 24/7 just running around with a mask on and stuff like that. I obviously, if the one that told you to wear the mask is telling you not to wear the mask, you niggas need to get up out your trance, take the goddamn mask off. You feel what I'm saying?
People are still gonna wear their mask and want to protect themselves by any means necessary, bro.
And protection is always going to result in less freedom, because every time with America, and this is the caveat, every time with America, when it's time to get more protection, that comes with a retraction of your freedom. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to wear a mask, all power to you. But me personally, and like I said, I might just do that test just to see for myself. But, with that, it just goes to show you, like, listen, Fauci already said you ain't got to wear them. So even if I was a comply and demand type nigga, I'm going to listen to the nigga that told me to wear them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that. But, this next thing though, bruh, and this is a subject too, and I need comments on this one, right? Because this right here, I feel like is something that's always been overlooked, but it's always made me wonder, and I would question, and I know a lot of women, I know y'all probably get labeled, because if y'all got a whole entourage, you feel what I'm saying? And y'all know y'all not one of those, y'all probably get put into the hoish situations. So I want to hear what they got to say, and we're going to elaborate on it.
If you got whole friends, you all hold you. What you think about this?
I ain't gonna hold you. Birds of a feather flock together. Y'all out here flocking. The crazy shit is you could not be a hoe at this moment, but either was you had whole history or whole future expectations. So just because you currently with your man, if you chilling with the flock of hoes, it's bound to be your situation.
Yeah, one of them nights you gonna do some whole shit.
Interesting. Fellas, what y'all take on this one? Spike
Go
Lou,
ahead.
you up first.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, like women, especially, like they ain't gonna. Well, shit, us too. We don't hang with motherfuckers that don't get down like we get down. Like if you a man and you know like niggas on a certain type of time, you may be cool with them and cordial, but they ain't gonna be your people. So the same thing with a woman. Like if she don't like how not just one other chick in the crew, but the whole crew known as hoes, either she with that shit and it's gonna eventually happen, or has happened, like Buddy said, or like she just wouldn't be hanging with them. But same thing for dudes, though. It ain't exclusive to women, though. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather fly together and everything.
I agree. Danny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say this. I think they hit it on the head, to be honest. I mean, I feel like if a woman hangs around a certain influence of people, it's just, for instance, it's just like guys, like Lou just said. If a guy is not in a gang and he hangs around the gang, he's usually guilty by association. You know what I'm saying? Or he starts repping the gang because, you know, he's around it. So, you know, niggas associating with that. I think it's the same with a woman. So I think if a woman is hanging around a flock of whores, and she can get put in a whorish situation, you know, because a whore is going to put you in those type of situations. She's going to take you, like if she's driving and you riding with her, right? She going to take you over to homeboy's house with the 5 niggas over there, getting drunk, getting high. She pulled up. She going to leave you in the front room while she go get smashed. You know what I'm saying? And put you in a situation. And the fella's already thinking because, oh, shit, why Keisha then came? You feel what I'm saying? And she dropping that shit off, you know, literally dropping that shit off like a delivery pizza. You feel me? And I'm assuming you own the same thing. So I'm going to push up on you and put you in an uncomfortable situation.
She's definitely
Like,
going to get tried. Yeah, she's
definitely
going to get tried. And she's going to be looked at as the one that's taking it for the team. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though, you know, it's like you were saying, alcohol involved, shit like that. People get a little promiscuous, a little touching going on. They say, you know, you busting it open too.
So that's what niggas gonna think. Now it goes on the opposite side, right? Now you can be the whore and be with a girl that's well respected amongst dudes, let's say, and you won't get tried because it's gonna reciprocate down to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be like, oh no, yeah, she ain't with that, bro. Like, you gonna get the ultimate. You ain't gonna get the whore treatment. You gonna get the, hey, you know, how you doing? My name is so, you know, I was trying to get to know, you know, nigga ain't gonna come at you. See, now if you with the whore, nigga gonna immediately try to pass you the drink. Nigga immediately gonna try to pass you the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Might put his hand on your thigh before he even ask you your name.
Got perk. I got perk.
Got perk. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. You feel me? Like you gonna get put in that environment. So I do feel if you are one to hang with those, you might either be retired or you thinking about being it, or you're that, and that's who you are. So if I was your man, I would be kind of hesitant. Like once I seen that you hanging with so many whores, I'm like, yo, like you got 3-4 whores. I can see if you got one in the clique, but the whole clique is whores. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what am I supposed to think? Like, okay, you going out with the girls tonight. Oh, all right. That's cool. Like, that's what I'm supposed to go with? I'm going with that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit. Damn, baby, you ain't got nothing on. Oh, you know, I'm going out with Waikisha tonight and the rest of the girl. You ain't got nothing on. You going to the club? Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to the comments. And Emmanuel said, women say no, but the right man proves them wrong. And I agree with you on that. A lot of women say they ain't down with it, but if that right guy come around, if he's at that location where they going, they're gonna be with everything. They're gonna be with it. It takes the right person to put it out.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's if you're hanging with whores. If you're hanging with whores, then at that point, once you're doing that, then of course the peer pressure, and then look in the back of your mind, you're like, well, shit, why Keisha getting bust down? Fucking, I'm gonna get bust down today.
All right, look what Lofa got to say. Look what Lofa got to say. You're not close friends with people you don't have a lot in common with. It's factual.
That's true. Drop a bomb for Lofa. Exactly. So if Waikisha in the back getting bust down, it's automatically in your subconscious that your friends are in, like, if they're all scattered around the house getting bust down. So if you decide to do it, who's gonna look at you and question you? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I would be scared to have a woman that has a whole bunch of whorish friends. You know, you can have one maybe, and if you have one, you can't be kicking it with her all the time. She got to be like the third wheel. She got to be the one that, okay, she connected to your other best friend who ain't on that shit.
All right, let me ask you something, Donnie. If your woman has whorish friends, do you say something to her if one of her whorish friends comes on to you?
Yeah, I mean, like, unless I'm a whore.
Do you say something to your woman?
Like,
or
if
do you
I'm a
just let
whore,
it
no.
slide? You
But-
just don't even say nothing. You keep
No.
between
If I'm a whore, then no. You know what I'm saying? We probably gonna get it on, right? If I'm a whore. But if I'm like, no, I got loyalty and honor to my chick, then hell yeah, because you know what? I've been told you this bitch was like that. So I'm gonna be happy to finally prove my point. Once I prove my point, now you about to fall back from all of them. Now you listening to everything. You know what she gonna say? She gonna bet you was right. You was right. Wacky, that bitch ain't shit. She did. You know, you gonna be on that type of time. That's the type of time you gonna be on. So I'll be able to pull you from your whorish ways at that point. So of course I'm gonna use that to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said, if a female has this type of people around, I don't think I can get down. That's just my take on it.
Got you.
I don't think I don't think I can get down. I don't think I can play around. Yeah. And you know what? This is crazy too. Just on the off note, man, because because I wanted to show this when we were talking about that like you said, that transgender shit. But to me, when I see shit like this, and Trav, you can tell me if this is even appropriate to show.
Yeah, I don't even think I want to show that, bro.
Okay, you don't want to show that. Okay, we want to.
Let's just skip past that.
Bro. Okay, because this shit right here, bro.
We don't want to get that no airtime on our platform.
Okay, we want.
You send that shit. You send the link out to the people in the chat so they can see what you talk about. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want to read that on DeadBolt ATL right there. We're gonna leave that. Go back up to the, you know what I'm saying? Above that, go right there. Leave that alone, my nigga. The devil would not win today, sir. I rebuke and rebind you in the name of the Most High.
Yeah, I mean if
I said that right, I might ain't say that right. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking a little Jameson, y'all. So you know,
there's a little Jameson on your brain. Little Jameson on your brain. But yeah, man, I definitely just wanted to, and I'm glad. Maybe that would have been too much as far as to put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is a situation I wanted to, before we go into the fuckery, just one more. You know, I got one more. You know what I'm saying? But this situation right here, and I think this is a situation that we've been going through, and I think this has changed the trajectory of the Black culture right here. What my man just said, and to me, if you think about it, we do the total opposite of what the other races do. The other races brag on being that, and we brag on being poor. So let my man kind of break it down right here.
Why do y'all hate Black people who grew up with money? Let me make one thing clear. I grew up in a $500,000 house. I went to private school. I graduated from one of the top universities in the country. My job, you couldn't get it if you wanted to. My car note is more than your rent, no cosign. I mean, I can go on for days. But the moral of the story is, why would I want to relate or try to fit in with a lifestyle that I do not come from? Y'all don't think it's crazy that you equate Blackness with poverty? And this is exactly why you have all these suburban kids running around here acting like they got it out the mud, like they were struggling, because you sit there and shame them for being from the suburbs. Y'all keep saying Carlton, like that's some sort of insult. Like, are you okay? Use the 3 brain cells you got up in there to tell me, who does it benefit for Black people to only be able to fit the stereotypes in order to be considered Black? Because it's not benefiting Black people. Why do y'all hate Black people who...
Interesting. Y'all thoughts on this one?
Go ahead, Lou. I'm gonna alley-oop that to you first.
He lame as hell. What see people like him try to do is act like we attacking him for not being authentic or black, when really you're acting like you're better than someone by mentioning that you grew up in a $500,000 house. My job, you couldn't get it if you wanted it. All of these things are things that you are bringing to the equation to try to make me feel like you're better than me. So when you're talking about the hate and why people have the juxtaposition to feel a certain type of way about Carlton ass niggas like him, is because you're carrying yourself like those things make you better than a black person who's in poverty. It ain't that we want you to recognize or act like you from the struggle either. We just want you to be real. And that ain't being real. Like, that's being fake as fuck. Like acting like you don't know that the position that you're in, a lot of people can't relate to it, not black or white. But he's singling out black people to try to act like we would be the only people that would have a problem of him being a pretentious asshole.
Okay,
I agree, Spike.
I like that. I like that view. But the other side of that is, I think he's hitting on the point, and I think what we need to look at is the point that he's hitting on is, why do we glorify poverty? Why do we glorify the other side? Because the white folks, and Jews and Indians and everybody else, they don't glorify that. You know what I'm saying? They're glorifying, who got the most paper, who got the most power. And this is something I want you to pull up right now, Trav, and I just sent to the box. This is what they argue about. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull up what they actually argue about versus what we would be arguing about. We would be talking about, who's the toughest, who's selling the most dope. You know what I'm saying? Who come from what project? This is what these two is arguing about right here. Let's play this right here, because they almost got into it real bad.
I heard you were talking about Range Rovers. Yes, I'm talking about Range Rovers. What do you know about Range Rovers? My family owns Range Rovers. My family can buy your family, so get out of my sight right now, okay? My family can buy yours 4 times over, man. You know who my father is? Who's your papa? No, I don't care. Mr. Ratan Tata. You're lucky that my family does business with your family. Otherwise, I'm not going to be so polite. Just keep walking, man. With peasant.
So what they're arguing over is generational wealth. You dig what I'm saying? And what we bring to the attention and glorify is generational poverty. Oh yeah,
we don't.
Shit, I'm from the so and so hood, and my family been in these projects for X amount of years. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what we glorify as people. What they glorify is this. Like, nigga,
I don't think that's glorifying. I don't think that's glorifying. I just think that's us telling the truth and being honest about where we come from. This shit they doing is some, I don't know what. But
why is it not glorifying? Wait.
Because
why is it not glorifying?
Because look, first of all, who do you know that owns Range Rover? Nobody from our community. So we can't even be in a debate with a motherfucker like this. Now, as you grow and get older, of course your mindset changes. But but even if it's not Range Rover, though, bro, we talking about reality. It can be that you own a local business, that your father owns 5 carpentry stores or whatever in the state. I'm bringing these people up. Hold up, though. Let me finish. I'm bringing this to the attention because when you say we don't glorify, like, we definitely glorify poverty, my G. We definitely overly glorify where we from. We wear that as a badge of honor to go against other neighborhoods, or
because we don't got shit. Like Trav said it and Dude said it in the video. Like, our people don't own Range Rover. So what they've manipulated us to believe is black Americans, not even worldwide, just us, American black people, by robbing us of our history and not letting us know our true paths of where we came from, not being able to relate from the people that really built this country. Like, we don't know that shit. We don't take time to understand. Like, one of the most important pieces of thing or media that I seen was that Hidden Colors film that Tariq Nasheed did.
Yeah,
I seen part 1, 2. I've seen all 5 of those, bro. That shit changed my life from the sense of a lot of that shit about black history and culture. I didn't have no fucking clue about. I didn't learn it in school. Didn't nobody teach me that shit in college. Like, I just did not know it. Not to say that the information wasn't out there, just nobody had ever packaged it up like he did. I say all of that to say these people, the Range Rover motherfuckers, they know they people. They arguing about generational shit that they family has passed down to them. Us as black people, we get deprived of all that. They throw us, lock us up, put us in jail. we are limited to talking about the Young Thug's case and where we from, because that's all that we've been manipulated to knowing that we have. That's what they present to us. Is this where y'all came? That's why I hate slave movies and all that bullshit that try to make us believe that right here was the beginning. Being in poverty, being in shackles and chains, and they make that shit easier for us to digest. So we regurgitate that shit to each other. No, I'm from such and such block. I'm from this, that, and the third. Like when that shit, like you're saying, it don't fucking matter. But we do that because they robbed us and we don't take time to understand about our history and our past and shit like that.
But that's things that we should take time to learn about now that the information is available. Now that you got people like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving coming out and saying certain things, the information is out there. The rappers can switch their tune. People of influence can switch their tune now and put awareness on our history of the fact of who we are, that we on, nigga, we're really from here. Nigga, we ain't from, you know, the other side and all that. They can really spit that history and really crack this matrix.
You
but they choose
have some rappers
not
doing
to.
that, Donnie. You
But
have
not the
some
ones that
rappers
they
that
putting
are
their
doing
attention
that.
on, though. We need the ones that
I
are
mean-
in the mainstream, though. Like the
But then they
mainstream
gonna
ones,
cut
other
their
than
check
the ones
off.
that's coming out.
They gonna
Well,
cut
you
their
gotta be
check
willing.
off, though,
You
right?
gotta be
Because
willing
like you
to.
said, it get harder before it get easier. Like LeBron James could go start another basketball league, black owned, black done. He just wouldn't be making the same type of money that he make right now. We saw what they did to Kyrie and Kanye West when they started, like you said, speaking out against it. Niggas is not risking because we think that the check means so much. And I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong because I ain't even near that type of paper. But niggas is up there looking at it like, man, I'm not finna risk all of this so niggas can argue about what to do and not to do. Like Jay-Z supposed to be one of the most influential motherfuckers in the world. He couldn't even get niggas to sign up for Tidal. Like niggas was like, man, nah, I ain't giving this. I can make it the cheapest streaming service. I can tell you it's all black. I can tell you that the people you fuck with own it, but still us as niggas, we ain't gonna be like, nah, I'd rather get Apple because of this. So I'm going with Spotify because of this. I don't even listen to streaming services. Finding any type of the way in the world not to support the man. And that's just how we are.
Right. So I mean, I see it. That's what I'm saying. I see it from your perspective as well. But what I'm just trying to say is, and just to back up what homie's saying, is that kids, like he said, that are from the suburbs can't even be who they are based on the perception that they have for us and what we're supposed to uphold. All of us are supposed to be from poverty. All of us are supposed to be in the gang. All of us are supposed to be womenizers. All of us are supposed to be tatted up. Like all of us are supposed to do drugs. Like these are the stereotypes that's been placed on us. And the only ones that's going to break that is us. Okay, now if we understand that we've been deprived and we've been sheltered from the information and people have hid things from us, we all understand that now. Even the ones who are ignorant and not in the conscious movement understand that. So if they understand that, then why not do something to combat it on a major scale? Like Trav said, there's people talking about it. There's people rapping about it.
Donnie.
There's people speaking on it. But where's the ones that we need to do all this? Why they not?
First of all,
that's the image. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me say something right quick, like Spike. So first of all, the people from the suburbs and shit are influenced by who is made popular, and most of the popular people don't come from that background. They come from the bullshit, and that's why they talk about it. And the shit they talk about, which is reality rap. Rap is still supposed to be reality rap, right? That's how it started. That is made popular by pop culture. It is what it is. And the people in the suburbs, they praise that shit.
Yeah.
They think you from the hood, nigga, you the hardest motherfucker. And they probably fear you. Some of them do. And that's a form of
But where did that narrative come from?
Let's
like,
keep it a
I'm
buck.
from poverty and I ain't got no bread. So you supposed
That
to
came from
respect
people
me.
being honest. That came from
That's
motherfuckers being
America's.
honest.
That's America's business plan. That's what, like what you just said. You, me, and Trav, we all smart enough to know that ain't the typical black person. The poverty and I'm from the hood, this, that, and the third. However, that's the image that America markets. That's the image that they market to immigrants coming into this country. That's the image that they market to white people. That's the image that they market to us. Even so, to the sense where you will say, Don, oh man, why we so this, that, and the third, when it's more successful, prominent black people than we did that ain't in pop culture. Like it's black people that work for Microsoft that drive Bentleys. Don't nobody know their name. It's black people that got great 9-to-5 jobs, some of the best surgeons, doctors, the top official in the SEC, the football conference. He a black dude. Like he probably one of the most powerful people in college football. Nobody don't know that nigga name, but we know Young Thug homeboy who pleading out and going against him for trial. America promote that type of shit for black people, and we don't. We ain't well off enough not to pay attention to that shit. We ain't well off enough not to like cut the TV off and not pay attention to Young Thug, because like you said, Don, them distractions is what keep us going. Well, we ain't got to pay attention to where we at or what we going through. So they throw them distractions at us, and you can't unplug enough to be like, nah, I want to look at this enriching shit. This shit is going to make me not think that all us in poverty, or make me not think like what you were saying. We just don't got time to pull out from it. And America does such a good time of job of marketing that shit to us, making everybody believe that shit anyway. Like, talk to any immigrant that come into this country and ask them what they think about Black Americans. They'll say the same thing that you just said, but it's less Black Americans that's in gangs, that's in poverty, that's not making it, than it is than like just normal Black people. You know what I'm saying? How often do America even mention, like when the last movie, TV show, commercial that you just see a regular Black person that ain't gay, that ain't a gangbang, that don't sell drugs, that work, that got a successful living on some Cosby shit. You ain't seen nothing like that since the 90s. That ain't no accident.
Right.
That ain't no accident, bro. Everything else is an extreme. Like you said, it's a savage, it's a power, it's a ghost nigga selling dope, it's BMF, or you a sports athlete. They don't promote the normal, everyday Black American, because then we'll start paying attention to and knowing, like this dude is saying, he's just saying in such an asshole way, I ain't got to be no gangster, bro. I can go make a good living, drive nice cars, have good friends, and ain't nobody got to get shot, killed. I ain't got to rap. I ain't got to dribble a basketball. I'm smart enough to do that. But America don't promote that, and we don't see that shit nowhere. So we don't think that it's possible.
I definitely agree with that shit. That's a good way of putting it. But like I said, I just think that with the information being out there, having the information available, it's time for us to seize that information and start applying that. Because at the end of the day, we're still following the same shit.
Yep.
Like we're talking, like right now, we're having a debate like we're living in the smack dab in the middle of the 90s, dog. We're not acting like we're in 2020, you know, in the future and beyond right now. You feel what I'm saying? We're not acting that way. You know, this information is available. We understand that the government, the CIA, put dope and guns in our hoods to destroy us. We understand all this declassified information now. So if we understand all this information, why can't we now apply it? And that's the thing I'm trying to say. And this is the thing. We're so on it and so embraced into this thug culture that we don't want to let it go. Like when people say, well, yeah, it's the white man, it's this, not no longer. Like I used to be one of those type of people like, oh yeah, we're oppressed. We're still oppressed by the same system. Is because we don't want to take the new knowledge that's available and apply it in the masses to where it's a massive movement.
Lazy. Yeah, some of it got to do with being
like,
lazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're still binded by the same unfair rules and mistreatment and blockage and all that shit. But the information is now there to where we can break these chains as a masses and flip everything on its fucking head. But nobody wants to organize. And the ones that they do, they end up dead or they end up, you know, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what they do. They play this trick on us, right? So I don't even like this chick, but she say some stuff to what you just said. We can't blame the white man and be like, oh, they oppressing us and it's a system. The Candace Owens chicks.
Yeah.
She say a lot sometimes about black people. We play victim a lot and try to act like, oh man, well, oh, it's me, man. The system got us caught up and I can't do nothing. I just, you know.
Right.
She speaks to that point a lot as far as us not being victim and everything that you just said. Like that, all of it's there. We have to have the wherewithal and the want to do that shit too. Like we gotta not want to give a fuck about Young Thug's co-defendant in his trial and care more about other shit that's gonna be more beneficial to more people. I don't think that overall want to is there for us though.
Absolutely.
Some of it fall on us, some of it fall on the system.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, Candace Owens definitely has her opinion about certain things. I respect some of the stuff she says. But like you said, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it just all boils down to when is enough enough? When are we going to say as a people, we're tired of being the doormat? We're tired of being the thugs. We're tired of being the gangsters. You know, we want good lives. We want our children to live good lives, free of crime, free of all this. Like, we're the ones that are selling the drugs. We're the ones that spray painting the buildings, putting the graffiti, starting the gangs. Like, we're the ones doing all this shit. So until we get tired of it and stop following the celebrities, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to keep putting new celebrities that's willing to sell their soul and to come right up and make the next stupid ass song or whatever the fuck is going on in order to keep grasping our attention and keep us ignorant. But until we ready to step up to the forefront, man, I don't think it'll ever change. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, we definitely look, you already know. Okay. Well, we got one comment, Trav.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Carly, man, over there. Let's talk about it over cocktails with Carly. Y'all make sure y'all got them, go to their YouTube channel, man. Check out the show, man. She said we have to change the behavior in the masses. I agree with her. Everybody got to change.
Everybody got to change, and it got to be a collective effort. But now that you done gave these boys a taste, it's always going to be. And see, this is the thing, though. As long as you got the government, the CIA, and the powers that be behind the scenes that's funneling the shit, right? There's always going to be a stupid nigga ready to step up and take the bag and for them to promote the song. You know, it's a pipeline of niggas that we'll have to destroy. We got to destroy the nigga that's funneling the money. We need to outlaw who's funneling the bread, because once this shit becomes unsellable, right? Like, once this type of music and this type of lifestyle is not sellable, then niggas will flip it up. If Carlton, you know what I'm saying? Like once it becomes unsellable and niggas can't make no money off of it, then it ain't gonna be popular to talk about guns and do all that. See, the thing is, it's niggas behind the scenes that's pumping bread into these situations and pumping bread into the, you know, all these different movements, from the drill to the Little Nas X's. It's somebody behind these people that are giving them money, that are making them want to do it. So once these dudes either fade out or become unpopular, they got another nigga ready to come up, and another nigga and another nigga. So we got to destroy the pipeline of money in order to bring our youth back, and then kind of center shit, and then have a big debate, man. We done had a 1 million man march before. You know
what I think the sad thing about that, what you're saying is, I always wonder why nobody, like, where are secret agents and shit at then? Like, why? Because what you're saying is true as far as somebody funding the drill movement, they funding all this, and like we know the CIA put crack in the hood and shit like that, and these covert operations that go on. I always wonder why you don't see none of the black elite put none of their people in politics, or put none of their children in positions where they can change stuff, versus, oh, my child's gonna be a singer, or if my LeBron, my son, gonna go to the league and play basketball just like I did. Why don't we see none of them people in this generation, or the more prominent black people that we see, usher their kids into positions that can change shit, versus just going in the family business of singing or acting or playing basketball? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, I ain't heard of, like, I'd be super impressed if LeBron's son wasn't finna play basketball, but he was the senator of Cleveland, or like he was trying to be the vice president or some shit like that. Like, who better to be in that position? He got the means, you know, the name. Like, why don't famous black people put their kids in position to do shit like that? They got the funds to do it, like you said about funding shit, versus, oh, I'm just gonna be an actor and we're gonna try to make more money. This is why,
in the grand scheme of
things,
things,
that's a good point that you wrote up. Like, there should be more
got to understand that we're controlled. That you'll never see a regular person running for president. Even Barack Obama's related to 8 motherfucking presidents. Like, all these, it's like a bloodline of these niggas. So at the end of the day, it's like, this should show you, like you said, why can't a person like a LeBron, or, you know, why aren't more people of influence of color running these cities and stuff like that? Why don't we see
or even put
more
nobody
utopias and shit like that? Yeah, like it makes you wonder, because everybody's getting funneled behind the scenes. So that's what I'm saying. Until we destroy the pipeline of money, then we'll never, ever be able to destroy the negative energy that comes into our communities via hip hop, via movies. You know, I was just laughing with my folk the other day. I said every goddamn movie that's on black, that's on TV damn near, is dealing with drugs.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a kingpin. I'm
a kingpin. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the same.
Where the regular
narrative.
black people at, bro? Where, like, I don't never see no movie about regular fucking black people. Every show I watched, the black dude in there, he got to be gay or he was a rapper. Or he's some weirdo. Like it ain't never just a regular black dude that got a serviceable job. He can take care of his family. I'll never see that shit nowhere.
Never see it. Never see
Gotta
it.
watch
And never
Grownish
will.
or Blackish. Gotta watch Blackish.
Yeah, that was and they took that off. Andre
They
was
took
the
that
closest
off,
nigga
yup.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
He
took that
was.
shit off TV. I fuck with Drake.
Took
He
it
was
right,
fresh.
Took it right over there.
He took care of his family. Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Shout out to
Oh,
my
we got a
nigga
comment,
DJ,
man.
Kevin
Drake.
Kevin Kale said, "You can't be a president without being in the bloodline. The U.S. operates just like England with the disguise of a democracy."
Shout out to my nigga Kev for showing some knowledge on this goddamn channel. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about, bro. It's about waking up to who really controls your life and understanding who's funneling the money behind everything negative. Because all these motherfuckers, man, the worst thing they could have did for the black community is give ignorant niggas money and a fucking camera and a platform to put it on. It's the worst shit they could have did for us, bro. Because now everybody wants to be ignorant. They think that's the way to go. You got kids growing up that want to do shit that ain't of tangibility. That's why I go back to what I said about if you changing oil, you goddamn right. You need to have your son and your daughter out there watching you change some oil, because it might come a time when they might have to do that or might not have the means to do it themselves as far as paying somebody to do it. So these are things that you got to do, things that you do positive, you got to put in front of your kids, dog. And that's what I'm going to leave with. But before we go into my favorite part of the show, the end of the show, where we go through the fuckery. Now, obviously, man, listen, the fuckery has no bounds. It has no merit. The fuckery does not care about lockdowns or anything like that. Doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna run through it. I got a few different fuckeries to go through. Some funny, some not. This first situation, obviously, is real crazy. Let's get this pulled up as Trav juggles the screens all back and forth. So yeah, so we got my man here from, I can't even say this pussy nigga from Florida. Man shoots his ex-girlfriend 15 times after she did not text him back. Now, I don't even know really what to say about this, people. I don't know.
One of them men that don't like women you was talking about.
That's one of them niggas.
Man.
Fact.
That's
definitely one of them niggas. Man.
That's one of these dudes. That's who it is. It's definitely one of these dudes. But yeah, I really don't have too much to say about this guy. I think it's a senseless loss. I feel sorry for the family of the girl, and this is why it's very important for us who have daughters to teach our daughters. If you have a father, your father should be the one. And I hate to say it, I'm not trying to say like this is Africa or foreign countries where this is the rule of law, but I do think that's an important rule. If the father is in the daughter's life, he should choose your man. Like, not in the sense of choosing, but he should approve your man, so to speak. If your father does not give the blessing for you to be with a certain man, then you shouldn't be with a goddamn man. Because I guarantee if the parents, if they were around, we don't know if the father was around for the girl, we don't know none of that. But if he was around, he should have been brief. And I bet you if he'd have seen this little cornball ass nigga, he definitely wouldn't have gave his blessing, right? And it wouldn't be none of this. She wouldn't have been his boyfriend, and we could have moved forward, right?
So now you're basing that off of how you look, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like a regular black person.
No, he doesn't. And I see it through his eye. No, he don't look like
okay.
him.
You see some shit I don't see. He just look like
because you don't have a daughter, nigga. I see it. See, you got a son.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. Goddamn it.
Every nigga that come around your daughter, he gonna be look like this. You know,
guess what? I've already told my daughter you can stay with daddy until you 37. It's all good. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
So are you the daddy? Are you the daddy that's going to flash the gun during prom?
No, I'm not gonna flash the gun during prom because I feel like I would hope that I should say that the influence, the knowledge that I'm going to give her, and the fact that I'm going to kick game to my daughter when she's old enough, we're going to have them real discussions. She a Gemini like me and you, so she's definitely going to have her own view. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to tell her to check for nutball ass niggas like this because something is off to make you shoot your girl, not just one time, nigga, out of a mistake of, oh my God, I can't believe I shot you. You shot her 15 times, my nigga. There's something missing there. And you have to be able to look into a person's eyes, and you can look into his soul. My nigga, I'm looking at that booking image. Something look wrong with homie, cuz. So I can see it in the nigga eyes, because as a father, you gotta be trained to see it, especially if you, like I said, if she's bringing me the nigga to even look at his eyes. Now, as a father, if you didn't bring him to me, I never really looked in his eyes. I just knew you had a dude, but I never really seen him. That's different. But nigga, if I co-sign this shit, nigga, I need to dome check my goddamn self, my nigga. If I co-sign, like, oh yeah, baby, go ahead and be with this.
So
nigga.
her father knew that he was dating her. He said, it says it in the description. It said Jones had been dating his daughter for 5 months. He said they broke up 2 weeks ago after an argument. And then, you know, obviously Jones turned himself in. The father was a witness to this shit. So, man, the father was in his life.
Well, one thing, this is what I can say though. But hold up though. The father, now see, that's not telling the whole tale. Because the father could know, but if the daughter just a hard head chick, she ain't really get his blessing. See, that's the thing. I'm saying we need to go like how they got it overseas. You got to get the blessing from certain things. Even in this country with certain races, you got to go get the blessing from the parents before.
I think it's something. Ain't that something you teach your daughter though? Because like, let me ask you. I didn't know this because I didn't grow up with my dad. Like my girl had taught me this before the guy even get ready to ask. Like he need to get that clear. It's a conversation that needs to be had with the dad, right? Like
exactly.
Your daughter need to relay
marriage.
that to him. Like if
that's before marriage.
His knee, she need to be like, did you talk to my daddy?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Right. So he could have been aware of what the situation was, that okay, you got to do blah blah blah, and maybe, you know, but like I said, maybe it wasn't brought to him like how I'm saying. That's what we need to do, because too much lately, and we don't report on it enough, but I got a story every week that I can post of a woman getting done bad by a guy.
And I agree
by
with
a crazy dude.
Los Forgotten in the comments said it was tons of red flags before it got to this point. I agree with him on that.
Facts.
They had to see something.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's red flags in the situation, dog. And that's what I'm saying. As a father, right? You know, you got to be able to instill that into your daughter to where she respects you enough to where she wouldn't mind. Like if your daughter respects you enough on all levels, not just as her father, but as somebody that she trusts to help her with decisions in life, if she can really understand that at a young age, you know, I don't know how old, you know, what 23 or something like that. So they weren't too old. I'm pretty sure the daughter could have been 21, maybe around the same age or something like that. But the point I'm trying to make is, if it's a situation to where I'm sitting down as the father, you know what I'm saying? These are things I'm instilling in my daughter, and I might reference situations like this to her. Like, this is what happens when things are blurred or things are not all the way conveyed. It's always good to get a second look. You have somebody you know how sometimes you hear that, let me get my homeboy, get somebody to put another eye on it first before you make a decision. Let somebody else take another look at it. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those type of situations. Somebody else should have took another look at this dude. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that, dog. Crazy.
The next fuckery I got, obviously, this man makes every time. I can't put him in the regular discussion when I talk about this dude. I got to put him in the fuckery every time he speaks or every time he drops something. And this is another point of what I'm saying about trolls and the people behind the scenes that are pumping these movements out. It ain't people like us that are requesting Lil Nas X. They control everything, the blogs, all that. They pumping money for these articles to be released. Lil Nas X reveals that he has a baby boy, and I'm no longer going to hide him.
A baby boy.
Now, I wonder what you going to teach your baby boy. You feel what I'm saying? And I also want to know, did you give birth to this boy? Because I've seen you pregnant a few times. So did you give birth? You know, this is something I need to know, Lil Nas X. I definitely need to know this. You know what I'm saying? Did you give birth? Anybody think Lil Nas X gave birth?
Nah, I think this is a reach. They thought this was gonna be a bigger headline than it was. It's over for him. Like you said, it's viral troll and shit. His time has passed. His 21 minutes is up. Nobody don't care. Nothing about him.
They just gonna keep
baby
releasing, baby.
Yeah.
He's giving birth.
Anything crazy.
Anything crazy with Lil Nas X, they gonna put that shit out, right? So yeah, Lil Nas X, definitely you get the fuckery. But we got more. Obviously, we got more fuckeries. This right here, I put this in the fuckery, and you might ask me, well, why did I put this in the fuckery? It's because what I just said before, shit that we glorify. I got to put this in the fuckery. Because if you're doing this much killing in the city where you in the top 5, y'all niggas on some fuckery. Because y'all niggas either on the run or y'all niggas is locked up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this right here, man, this next fuckery, man, I got to pull up. Shout out to my nigga Kevy Kill. We have lost our way in civilization. My brother-in-law asked my pops before he married my sister. See, that's what I'm saying. Shout out to good moral values. Just going back onto what we said. So wrapping up, like I said, getting past Lil Nas X. This next one I want to bring up, this fuckery right here. This is the reason what this goes back to what we said. The reason why I want to put this in the fuckery, and you might ask, why are you putting this in the fuckery? Because first off, New Orleans, you get the fuckery. Because at the end of the day, every other year, you niggas is at the top in murders, man. It ain't enough niggas in New Orleans for y'all to keep killing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to all the law-abiding citizens out there. Y'all need to get out of there, man. That's some bullshit. So New Orleans, you get the fuckery. St. Louis, you get the fuckery. Baltimore, you get the fuckery. And even Cleveland. Yes, my city that I love. We beat out Detroit. Now that is bad because Detroit is like next to Chicago. I think Detroit is probably the I would think, but now Cleveland has surpassed this. But the thing I hate about this, right, is that I read a lot of the comments that was attached to this, and niggas was just bragging like, "Oh, nigga, what about Philadelphia, nigga? Oh, nigga, you ain't say shit about Camden. Oh, nigga, shit, ATL, we bodying niggas." I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just like we're glorifying the fact that we're mowing niggas down, bro. like so, yeah, definitely, man. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to give the fuckery, obviously, for that one. You know what I'm saying?
They got Atlanta on the list, though. Atlanta at number 8, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Milwaukee, New Orleans, though. I think this also be by population, though. So of course the murder rate is going to be higher based if it's a smaller place and they just catching a lot of bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that these lists just make it, and the fact that people just glorify this every year, this is like a glorified thing every year, it just gets the fuckery to me. The next thing that obviously gets the fuckery, now this is on a funny note, obviously. I want to know, man, would y'all date a motherfucker this big, man? Like, I just think this is just fuckery for you just being this goddamn big. Like, what nigga is gonna get in between these legs right here? I want to know.
Is that Liz Cambridge?
That is Liz Cambridge, and I'd climb that tree, my boy.
Climbing that tree,
that tree, my boy.
I don't know if I'd date her, but I definitely have.
I'm trying to.
I guess. See, I didn't even know who she was.
She got an OnlyFans and everything.
She got all that. I follow her on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? She's one of them ones.
She about that life. Yeah.
Tap into her and
she about that life, buddy.
Yeah.
So is she 8'5"?
No, she like 6'8", 6'9", something like that.
She a big one.
Yeah,
Man, you sure she's 6'8" or 6'9"? She might be bigger than that, bro.
Nah, she just look like it right there. But
right there.
Hey, like with heels on, she definitely over 7 feet.
Yeah, she a fun girl too. She liked it. She enjoyed life.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well. I mean, me putting her in the fuckery. That I guess y'all don't approve her being in the fuckery. Okay. So I apologize.
She with the fuckery. To tell you the truth, she with the fuckery.
Y'all both knew. I definitely was ignorant on that. So yeah, let's go ahead and move forward. So the next one, right now, for one thing, I don't know why you would think this is clever, but obviously this was the right thing to do. You had to take your blicky, and you felt like this might be, but they checking everything over 3.5 ounces, my guy. Why would you put the yammy in the peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
He put it in the peanut butter, man. Drop a bomb for the peanut butter. Drop a bomb for the chip. Was it extra crunchy or was it creamy, my nigga? I want to know.
See, this is a nigga that's doing too much on airplanes.
And he tried to check the bag.
Look, you used to travel with other things in the peanut butter, but you know, that's like people been stopped doing that shit. Now this nigga then took some old school ways and then tried to put a pistol in the peanut butter.
He might have could have got it.
Yeah. He definitely tried to get that pistol through. Shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying? He definitely tried to get the pistol through. I don't know what he was thinking, but hey, Jiffy done made the fuckery, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Next fuckery I got to get real quick, man, as we wrapping these things up, man. The next one, man, we got to get a fuckery to Southwest. Now, apparently for the holiday season, man, Southwest and goddamn sent off bags from every part of the goddamn Americas, and they all ended up in LA. And these are all the different bags.
Wow, that's a whole lot of shit.
That's people was all over the place, couldn't find their bags because Southwest and put them up in Cali. So I listen for this situation, bro. I really don't know what to say. It makes me wonder why somebody would want to obviously fly during the holidays. Like it's just not healthy in 2023. Like going into 2023, man, stay away from holidays, bro, because this is what can happen. I can imagine, man, I'm going somewhere to kick it for the holidays and I'm in Cleveland and my luggage is all the way in fucking LA. It just really don't make no sense, man.
It happens.
It happens, but when it happens on this large of a scale, it's just like, come on, man. What is we doing?
They had a lot of cancellations, man.
A lot of cancellations, but yeah, I mean, I understand the weather and all that stuff was bad. But this definitely was a sting for them, right? The next thing, obviously, we got to talk about this right here. I mean, it's fuckery. I think this has to be the fuckery, and the reason why I had to put this on the fuckery is how the fuck can you even get a house on here, dog? I just want to know. Can anybody comment on this? Does anybody have anything to say about that?
It's on there, bro. It's in the middle of the water, but it looked like it's abandoned or something.
Right.
Like the last house left, because if a hurricane come through there, what you gonna do? Unless you got some, that should get swallowed. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that should have been swallowed several times.
I'm wondering, do they even got plumbing and electricity and shit?
They probably don't, Spike. You know what I'm saying? They probably bringing everything in bottles.
Right.
And them big white containers on boats. But this got to be a weekend getaway where the weather is great.
Man, could you imagine being in a situation like that, bro? Like, first off, I would be so scared at night, just knowing
look
that
dirty, That shit look dirty.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't understand who would live here. This is my modern day. This is gonna end up being a ghost house or something. Something's gonna end up happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine you go outside and you taking you just going outside and the fucking shark is right there or some dumb shit like that, megalodon or some dumb shit. It's just all the way bad for you. You feel what I'm saying? It's all the way bad. It's all the way bad. You know what I'm saying? So, Trav, let's get the next one up. Obviously, shout out to my man who bought this, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got your own island, bro. I ain't got no smoke for you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no smoke for you at all. What you looking at, Trav? This one, obviously, this hurts my heart. This fuckery right here, we gotta play. This hurts my heart right here. You know what I'm saying? Because how dare you play with him? Nigga, I would have had a heart attack. I don't even think I would. Nigga, first I'd have been so pumped. Let's go ahead and play this, Trav, real quick.
He took her aside, and that's when she was told that the machine had malfunctioned. There was no payday.
Anytime machine hits a lot of money, y'all gonna claim.
44-year-old Katrina Bookman hit a $42.9 million jackpot at Resorts World Casino in Queens, New York.
This is me right here taking a selfie.
Here she is posing next to the winning machine. It's right there on the machine. 42.9 million. A crowd started gathering around. Then security showed up. How much is coming up, Katrina? Security took her aside, and that's when she was told that the machine had malfunctioned. There was no payday.
Anytime machine hits a lot of money, y'all gonna claim.
44-year-old Katrina Bookman
wow.
hit a 42.9.
That's ridiculous. She hit 42 million. They said, yeah, that shit broke. You ain't.
But look but hold on. Where this was at though, it was at the Queens Casino in New York. First off, nigga, Queens, the city of Queens probably don't have this much bread. You feel me? So what are they supposed to say? Like, hold up, man, 42.9, we don't even have that type of cash. But shout out to her lawyer, because her lawyer is definitely about to get her a bag. They definitely gonna get paid something. And unfortunately, it might break the casino.
Yeah, they took her money, but the state of New York will pay for that because that's the New York State Lottery. So the state of New York, they got the money. They'll pay for that because it took her money to play the slots. And guess what? She won. She hit big.
Big. So I'm looking for my next dysfunctional machine near you. Flat out. So yeah, definitely New York, y'all, and the casino, y'all get the fuckery. This last one, and I wanted to say this for the last. This hurts my heart. And the reason why, the other one hurt my heart too, I know, but this really hurt my heart. Because if these allegations are true, it just discredits everything that my man stand for. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Andrew Tate, aka Cobra. And to find out that, you know, him and his brother, which I don't want to believe that it's true, because I feel like he was putting out so much real talking to the world, you know, for us to dissect. You know, he was a threat. He was an enemy of the state. So could this be something that they just pinning on him? I really want to believe that, because remember, they took all my man's social media. They still out here making bread. Why would he be involved in some human trafficking shit? Do I see him holding up pyramids online and all like that? Yes, I do. And I'm symbol literate, so I know he's connected. So I just hope that it's not true. But man, let's play this clip that's associated with it, man.
I don't know what they saying. They said all Spanish.
Well, okay, well, yeah, he got arrested in Romania, obviously, you know, and I heard he got tracked by his
pizza box.
His pizza box. And yeah, it's crazy, man. And to see this situation go down like that, human trafficking, I got to give you the fuckery, man. And much as I admire a lot of what you say, speaking on Tate, I do. Got to give you the fuckery for this one, man. Y'all got any final thoughts on this?
Yeah, I can't give Andre, I can't give bro the fuckery on this one because I kind of know his situation and I know what he kind of do. This man got a house full of bitches goddamn recording on OnlyFans 24/7. Now, if you move with them motherfuckers across state lines in different countries, guess what they gonna come do? They gonna come get your ass for selling hoes, nigga, like you a pimp. Human trafficking. So I don't think Andrew Tate is fucking with anybody underage. I don't think he has women held hostage and making them do things. I believe this is just somebody trying to get him out of here. That's my personal opinion on that, dog.
I agree.
Because he like a pimp for real. He like some kind of white pimp, even though he used to be a kickboxer. He used to fight, you know what I'm saying?
But what's so crazy, he mixed though. He got black, his father's black. You know,
Andrew Tate be saying some crazy shit, man. That's why they don't like his ass.
Exactly.
You know,
so
what I'm
that's
saying?
why.
Before you know it, he'll be Kevin Samuel. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He had a heart attack off the Red Bull and the cocaine and the motherfucking blue chews.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? All three of those will make your heart explode. Exactly. I don't know because I ain't finna try none of them.
Right. So, but I got to give him the fuckery, man, because if he associated with this, like I said, this is a pre-exempted fuckery. I want to believe that my man is innocent. I don't think, whatever, but I think it's just some fuckery that they got my man jammed up. So I just wanted to end the show with that. Definitely, man, we appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in on the live. Obviously, man, you know what I'm saying? It was an honor to have my homeboy Spike Lou in the building. Talk shit, swallow spit with niggas, man. Y'all know how we do each and every week, man. Y'all catch us on the live or y'all can catch us on the replay. Y'all know where to come fuck with us at. Trav, man, let them know where to tap in.
Your usual social media platforms, man. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything is DeadBolt ATL. Spike Lou, let people know where they can find you at, man, and let people know what you got going on also, if you don't mind, right quick.
Absolutely. Check me out. I am Spike Lou on all social sites, the On Deck TV show every Wednesday podcast, and another week in the books every Friday. So check me out on Wednesdays and Fridays as well, man. Chop up the game with me. Appreciate you fellas having me, man. I love what you guys do at DeadBolt.
Hey, man, for sure, man. We definitely appreciate that, man. For those who didn't catch us live, appreciate everybody, too, who engaged in the comments, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man, for keeping our chat lit. If you didn't catch us live, make sure y'all catch us on the replay, man. Also, I'm dropping videos all throughout the week. DeadBolt, Don Peoplez, let's talk about it. So y'all know where to check us out at. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications so y'all can tap in every time we drop these videos, man. It's your boy Don Peoplez and Trav. DeadBolt. Go.